Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Arkham trilogy. Now, because I keep getting this question for some reason, let me make this extremely clear. The reason we're not playing Origins is because it's not part of the Arkham trilogy. The original game, which was donated for by Papa Neeks, he's the one who put this on the list, was for the Arkham trilogy, which is Asylum, City, and Night. Whether or not Origins is a good game is not something I even care about because it's something that has nothing to do with these games. So any run of Origins would be a completely separate run. Make sense? So that's why we're not running Origins. We are running these three. I wanted to get that out there because a lot of people are like, oh, you just hate Origins. Like, I haven't played Origins. I mean, I'm aware of it, obviously. Hello, Epic1K. Thank you very, very much for the sub. As always, and ever appreciate, sir. I'm not saying hi, grateful to Zalok, though. Zalok's just awesome for unrelated reasons. And I'll put that towards Hom5. Epic underscore 5. Alright. So, as you could literally see the save I have. I can't believe it's still there. That's that second save. That's the save that I did for the Rumination. How long ago was the Rumination at this point? I mean, it's been a few years. Obviously, we are not doing Rumination for this game because I already have. But we will be doing Rumination for City and for Night when we get there. I've got my pen and paper ready to go for any notes I feel like making. Before I jump any more into this, I want to say one thing. Two things, actually. Really played Smasher that recently. Wow. It's more recent than I thought. It felt like a long time. I guess 4 years is a long time. Feels like forever. The last 4 years have just been a thing, you know? Just, and that's not a political joke. That's just the last 4 years have been a thing. This year has been a thing, am I right? Two things. First thing. How many of you like the DCAU? Now, obviously, I very, very much like the DCAU. A lot. And so the idea of playing a DCAU game just makes me go, yes! That's what this is. Now, it's not directly connected to the DCAU, to be clear. It's not actually part of the DCAU, but it's basically like if you took the DCAU and made a game based off of it with most of the same actors, that's this. Now, I want to discuss three things really quick that I like about the DCAU that this game also covers. One, it's a lot lower tier than the DC universe tends to get to. Oh yeah, but sorry, people are asking. DC animated universe. So it's the Superman show, the Justice League show, the other Justice League show, Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, and I'm missing a few. But all of those were all part of the same continuity. They were made by mostly the same team, so they all kind of fit into one setting, right? That's the first thing I liked about the DCAU right there, by the way, is the continuity. The fact that the continuity of it works really, really well. The second thing I wanted to mention, though, and this is what I was getting to, is the idea that it's much more lower tier than most of DC's stuff. You know, Superman is still the Man of Steel, big, strong, eye blasts, but he is way lower tier than he is in most other DC works, right? And that's just one example, but I use Superman as the obvious example there because, I mean, he's Superman, right? He's the highest tier ridiculo guy from everything. The same is true for Bats, though, and that's one of the reasons why this Batman, it works for me. Because, well, he's obviously on top of things. Most of that is because of his approach and attitude, if you know what I mean. There's a confidence to him that just basically means he's unflappable. He doesn't lose his cool, and he tries to cope with things. But he's not Batman who's always has a solution for everything, right? It's just, he's like, okay, I'm going to work around this because this is a new problem I have to deal with. And that's his approach, which I like. He can still be pushed off center, too. Yeah, seasoned is a good word for that. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to mention really quick here. Obviously, by the way, voice actors, I already mentioned that, but we do have Kevin Conroy, yeah. And of course, we do have the amazing Mark Hamill as the Joker, and several other actors I won't cover right now, including Blum as Croc. course you have Steve Blum, voice Killer Croc. But the yesterday someone asked me a question on my Tumblr, said, "How are you such a genius?" And I'm like, I'm not a genius, I'm an idiot. To prove my point, yesterday I made a comment that if you're going to jump into making or any superhero work, you have 3 intro points where you can jump into. So this is the idiot thing. There's actually 4. This very game jumps in at the 4th, the one that I was missing, which is Batman in his prime. You've got the origin story, you've got the getting the footing, you've got the retirement, you've got the in the prime. This isn't in the prime. This is a Batman who has been doing this job for a while. Now, I haven't found definitive evidence of this because people's opinions seem to change over time, and there's a lot of, how do I put this? There seems to be some revisionist history going on here, because some people seem to insist that this was always intended to be a trilogy, but near as I can tell, that's absolutely not true. Near as I can tell, Batman Arkham Asylum was just them wanting to make, as Malachor pointed out in chat earlier, just a game that could be slotted in like any slot, any comic book in the middle of Batman's run. Just, there you go. So, you know, that's the idea. Okay. But then City was like, oh, well, this is a direct sequel, and then obviously Night is a direct sequel of that, thus building the trilogy. So put simply, it is my opinion that this was not intended to be a trilogy, it's just City and Night turned it into one. Another excellent example of that concept would be Back to the Future, which I have actually done behind the scenes and digging into Behind the Future. And, yeah, in Back to the Future, there absolutely was no intention to make a Back to the Future 2, when they were making Back to the Future 1. Alright, so before I move any forward, I do want to say thank you, which means I have to Alt-Tab, because the game mutes when I Alt-Tab. I want to say shoutouts and thank you to Slim Jim Reborn, Lord of Mordor, Valkorian99, Indiana Joe 24, If and But, Tizara, Vigilant 00, Red Panda of Destiny, Pit Kiss, Shishki, Questy, Hazardous Materials 316, Shenizaga, Gillert, I never remember how to pronounce that, Lee Andrews, Huthor, Just Steve here, Malachor 78, Speaker, Sean J73, Dean Bedeen, and the person who put this on the list, Papaneeks. Thank you all very, very much for your intention, for your funding, for your everything. You're awesome. Thank you. Okay. Let's go ahead and start a new game. Yes, subtitles. Then normal. And then it'll push it down to easy. I mean, it's 3 games, Justin.
Arkham Island.
Stand back, fool, I've got a bomb! Huh? All right.
Music's probably getting a plus. Voice acting is getting probably 2 pluses. Let's just say that.
Hey, Sharpie. Love what you've done with the place.
That's Warden Shop to you. Holes!
Yo, Frankie, how's the wife and kids? You miss me?
Shut it, clown! A lot of people here really want to talk to you.
Really? I don't mind walking. Not so tight, boys. You'll crease the suit.
Get that filthy degenerate out of here!
Warden, something's not right. I'm going with him.
Is Commissioner Gordon here yet?
Yes, sir. He's waiting for you down at patient handover. He got here just before you did.
Sharpie loves his cameras. Hey, Sharpie, you getting my good side? Ah, but heck, they're all good, aren't they?
I want him securely locked away this time. Another escape and I will lose support for my mayoral campaign.
Okay, stop. Thank you, Anselmo, very, very much for the sub, sir, as always and ever. And welcome to the Year Club. Thank you for supporting me for a whole year. If you know where you want the sub to go towards, let me know. All right, where's my pluses? I need to give out pluses already. Here we go. All right, so plus to everything. Okay, we're good. 70 pluses to everything. Any objections? Okay. So let's just jot down. Yeah, there's so many details. Okay. So, voice acting is the most obvious thing right off the bat. Probably a second one for voice acting. I'm just going to jot that down as a hypothetical. A lot of stories try to do en medias res and tend to fail at it, in my experience. This game is one of the better games that I have ever played that does en medias res very well. Like, just... And, okay, so here's the Joker. We actually learn a decent amount about what's happened before now as we go throughout the game, as a good en medias res game should. But you get everything you need to know pretty much right within the first, 5 or 6 minutes. So you're completely on top of things right at the beginning, right? And that's so... I'm just going to kind of jot down intro and immediate establishment is what I want to phrase that as. Because within 2-3 minutes of playing this game, we know everything we really need to know to have our premise, right? Also, there's tons of details here. The thing with Frank, which is going to come up later. The thing with Quincy. I think it's Quincy. It's Sharp, whatever his name is. And how he is far more politically motivated than he is anything elsewise motivated. The fact that Bats has said something's unusual about this one, which will actually come up again as well. There's just little lines of details, and it's so rare to see good exposition in a comic book anything, especially a comic book video game.
Don't worry, Warden. I have every available guard station here today, sir.
I hope it's enough, Officer North. For your sake.
Look at all this new security. How's a guy supposed to break out of here?
New patient in the intensive treatment lobby. All
Possibly Sigma.
to vacate.
But at the same time, I disagree with you, Sigma. Well, I think I agree with you, Sigma. But at the same time, I also disagree with you. Because my point is, if we get more, but not more than we need. What I'm trying to say is that imagine if this was a completely brand new IP, and we had no idea who any of these characters were. I do think there's enough exposition here for us to be on board very quickly and very efficiently because of the good storytelling tropes. We get more out of it because we know who the Joker is, we know who Batman is, we know what Arkham is. But I do actually think we would be capable of, being on board, even if those were not factors. Now, Blue F. Alex made a point earlier, which I agree with completely. This is Batman well into his thing. Someone mentioned in chat that this was post-Bane, to give an idea. So, I agree, especially given not only Batman's very comfortable familiarity with the law enforcement. You notice we had that cop call earlier. The Batman is en route to Arkham with the Joker. which by itself says how much he's already working with the Gotham PD, right? Then we have the fact that the Arkham guards here are just completely chill with the fact that that's Batman right there, just escorting the Joker into the Arkham Asylum. So again, more evidence for the fact that this is a Bats who is very well established. And all of this is just slid right in there smoothly.
The area.
Oh, it's always nice to return to my sweet little hacienda.
Tunnel's full. Start the scan.
Scan initializing.
You know what? I prefer the good old cavity search. Much more personal.
Got a red light. Multiple prohibited items.
Yeah, it's me.
I want Joker searched again.
It's not the patient. It's...
Ooh, would you sneak in with your bats? Come on, tell me. Batarangs, bat claws, ooh, bat smacks.
Scan is green on Joker.
Open the gate. Get him out of there.
I want weapons on him at all times. Do not let him out of your sight.
Okay, to continue to gush about the dialogue, you'll notice that in a typical work, what they would have said is, "Sir, we've detected multiple stuff on the Batman." But they don't say that. Instead, what they say feels more like a natural conversation. What's on Joker? It's not on Joker. And then Joker jumps in and is like, "Oh, what'd you sneak in, Bats?" The same information is being conveyed, but it feels a little bit more like an actual conversation that would actually be happening between people, rather than, "Sir, I've detected multiple stuff on the Batman." You know, just, right? Especially since, as we've already established, this is a well-established Bats. Thank you very, very much, Durg. Very much appreciate, sir, as always. And that's sort of dealer choice. Sorry. And I am an idiot. But anyways.
There'll be time enough for you later, Cash. Speaking of time, tick tock. Is that a crocodile I hear? What's up?
Now, I will say one thing. Let's just get this out of the way right off the bat. Yeah, looks like I can't. Right off the bat. Wow. Looks like I can't change difficulty. You're correct. Interesting. There's some stories, I don't think this one covers it by memory, but some stories go into the fact that they don't kill the Joker, right? Now, Batman not killing the Joker, I've said this before and I'll say this again, that does make sense. There's just a line there that Bruce himself has issues with, mostly because he's psychopathic and needs to rein in those impulses and the fear that if he kills one person, he'll kill many people, blah, blah. You get it. So I'm okay with Bats not killing. I really am. What bothers me is no one else kills the Joker. Now, I've heard this said before. In fact, I think Sci-Fi Debris even made this comment, but I will make this comment as well. The blame for not killing the Joker lies on people like Sharp, who is capturing the Joker and using it as his big thing in order to push his mayoral campaign, rather than just executing him, which, I'm just going to go and be honest here, should happen. I'm not a big fan of killing in general, despite what you might think of me, but someone like the Joker should die, but they don't. That is one of the things. Now, I do know City goes into this a little bit. Arkham City goes a little bit into the, let's call it the higher tier corruption, the purple corruption of Gotham, and how the people towards the top end are in many ways responsible for things like the Penguin and Two-Face and so forth and so on, because they just kind of are corrupt. The Dark Knight, Nolan's second movie, also covered this because of the corrupt cops and the criminal institution that was so well infiltrated into every single aspect of Gotham society that the Joker was able to completely manipulate it to his own ends constantly because it was just that bad, right?
Doc, pencil me in for tomorrow at 4. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Keep behind me. Okay, he's clear.
Hello, new patient. This is Quincy Sharp, warden of Arkham Asylum.
Ooh, it's my
It is Quincy.
I'm Warden Idiot. You'll never escape.
Become the nation's premier psychiatric evaluation and rehabilitation center for criminally insane.
Hear about Blackgate, boss?
Joe! Shut up! Joe, catch you soon, boss!
Shut it and keep moving.
The state of the wiring of these federal facilities is well, it's shocking. My boys over there could have been hurt in that unfortunate fire.
Just gotta check your prisoner, Officer Bowles.
Hey! Steve Blum, Part 2.
Only following procedure. Well, patient seems to be in satisfactory condition. Looks like he suffered minor lacerations, probably in the last 2 hours. There seems to be...
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
He's all yours. Get him out of here. He's good. Get the door open.
Alert in intensive treatment. Category 9 patient in transit. Pacification system active. Shoot to kill permissions granted.
You heard the lady. We got another psycho on the way.
Can you smell the excitement in the air? No? Must have been one of the guards then. Crocco boy! Is that you?
I like this take on Croc, by the way.
Get ready. Keep your weapons trained on it at all times.
Looks angry.
What's it doing?
I've got your scent, Batman. I will hunt you down.
Get that animal under control!
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you, Batman. I'll rip you apart. Eat your bones.
That reminds me. I really need to get me some new
Okay,
shoes.
move up.
Real quick, I already commented on this in the rumination on this game from 4 years ago. One of the things I do like about how they approach this particular arc is there's I didn't know that, Blue Felix. There's those who have superpowers and there's those who don't. Now this is DC, so duh, you might say. But my point is, I like the fact that they bothered to include the superpowered elements, the people who have what I like to call personal power. I also like how almost invariably they are lower tier than the people who have political power. Who's the bigger boss, Solomon Grundy or Penguin? Right? And similarly, who's the major villain here? Is it the giant superhuman Death Doom thing that can rip apart walls? Or is it the guy who has some clown makeup on?
Hold tight!
How come they let Batman pass security?
Whee! Great night for a party!
You guys and your audio. Hang on.
Not where you're going.
The night is young, Bats. I still have a trick or two up my sleeve. I mean, don't you think it's a little bit funny how a fire at Blackgate caused hundreds of my crew to be moved here?
I thought I told you to stay quiet.
Oh, Frankie, you really should learn to keep that fat mouth of yours shut. It'll get you into trouble.
Tell me something. You've never let me catch you this easily. What are you really after?
Oh, nothing much. Hundreds dying in pain and fear. All their meaningless lives brought to a horrifying conclusion. All thanks to you and a book of matches. Was that the answer you wanted?
All patients should avoid contact with prisoners from Blackgate Prison Facility. Their presence...
What's he doing? Stay where you are. Get a flashlight. Get a light on him.
Our presence in our institution is temporary.
What? Don't you trust me?
Our guest has arrived.
Intensive treatment. Lower floors are now at level red alpha.
Not to my knowledge, Baron, no.
So, you're back. You killed 3 of my crew and you busted out of here.
Only 3? I'll be sure to try harder next time. What say we aim for 100?
Long night, Jim?
Joker invades City Hall and holds the mayor hostage, leaving it to me to juggle SWAT teams, the media, and you. Yeah, it's been a hell of a night.
Hopefully the last one we'll ever have with him.
Yeah, right.
Hold it there. Sorry, Batman. Arkham staff only.
I assure you, if anyone's qualified, it's...
Listen, I appreciate the assistance, but he'll unsettle the more violent inmates.
I think he's talking about you, Bats. Don't be a stranger. You're always welcome here. Gotta say, it's good to be back.
You okay?
He surrendered almost without a fight. I don't like it.
At least he's back where he belongs. Get up! Now!
Joker's loose. Alert the warden.
Hurry! We're losing him, The joke's on you. Ta-da! Honey, I'm home.
Come on in.
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman! I set a trap, and you sprang it gloriously! Now let's get this party started.
Ladies and maniacs, I apologize for this interruption to your regular entertainment. Up until a few seconds ago, I was going to kill everyone in the room and then watch cartoons. But then, well, you know how I do love a captive audience.
Of course I do, Soapy.
I'm just warming you up, Bats. Fresh from Blackgate Correctional Facility, with a combined sentence of 752 years. Ding, 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 ding. It's round 2. Sorry, Bats. Gotta run. I've got places to go, people to slay.
Jeez! Getting back in the swing of things, don't mind me. It's been a few years since I played this game. Don't worry, they're all alive.
The system's jammed. We're stuck in here. Joker's in full control of the security gates.
I'll find a way out. Gordon, try and contact the warden. Let him know what's happened. I'll be back.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Bats. I'm in control of the asylum. You're not going anywhere I don't want you to. Understand?
If you think I'll let you run...
Blah, blah, blah. Always with the hero speed. Ooh, I'm getting bored of watching you. Why don't you just come find me?
You know it's a trap.
Of course it is.
No, they haven't been lobotomized. Were you kidding me? Sharp, he's legit, man. He would never do that. Yeah, no, he's totally a horrifically evil person. Oh yeah, so character bios. Here's the map. We'll talk more about the map later, but it's pretty functional, which is, you know, kind of what I want for a thing. I'm not sure why anyone would not want the Joker to die, except for Huthor. Huthor wants the Joker to keep living, because I think Huthor is incredibly evil. Like, that's just the vibe I get. I don't know. So the things I like about this game. The HUD, such as it is. I like the bat motif thing they got going on. Especially when you gain experience or what, stuff like that. Whoops. I mean, the Joker is quite charismatic. No, really, he is. Although, that is in many ways helped by the fact that Mark Hamill is quite charismatic, but the fact remains. As I mentioned during the rumination... Set my teeth on end. Like that, you know, with the bats. Anyways, as I mentioned during the rumination, both Batman and the Joker share one key point, and that's that neither can operate in a vacuum.
Everywhere that madman goes, death is sure to follow.
All patients should take their medication at the prescribed times each and every day.
Warning. Security breach in level B3. Warning. Security breach in level B2.
So,
Warning.
things...
Security breach
there it
in
is.
level B8.
Couldn't remember the key combo for that.
Security breach in level B1.
No, Zach out.
Warning. Security breach in level B6.
Things I like. So, obviously Dakota hates the combat system, and that's fine. What I like about the combat system is the camera. Most games of this variety don't seem to understand exactly how to implement a proper combat camera when you do this kind of a system. You'll notice that we've got the over-the-shoulder thing, which I don't like. I have never liked. However, the over-the-shoulder thing goes away the moment you enter combat, and it basically enters like this kind of roaming drone mode combat, where the camera just kind of goes up and stays over here. I guess you can't see my hand. Which was a really smart choice. If I don't know if that's positive worthy, but it's definitely the absence of negative worthy.
Security breach in level B4.
Hey, Batman! Over here!
Warning. Security breach in level B3.
What happened?
Security breach.
Joker happened.
Terrible lip syncing happened.
He must have gone this way. Door's jammed. I'll try and get it open.
We need help in pacification. I repeat, we need backup in pacification. Can anyone hear this?
Can you hear me? I'm with Batman. Hello?
Where are they?
Back down there. Do you need help?
No. I work better alone.
Zaz is free! Oh god, he's got Mike!
Franklin, can you hear me? If you can, help's on the way.
You'll also notice over the shoulder goes away when you run, by the way. Just another little tidbit there. It's weird how long ago this game actually came out.
Can you hear?
So, I suppose we should talk about these things. These... It's actually kind of weird to me that these exist in this game. Because most of these seem to be there for one of two reasons I can come up with. Either A, to give you an idea of when in the timeline this happens, or B, for people who aren't really aware of Batman. I mean, I'm guessing that's the point of them. I'm not complaining, don't mistake me.
What's up?
Joker's escaped custody. He's running free in Arkham.
Do you need anything? Is my dad still there?
Commissioner Gordon is safe. Joker's not far ahead. I'll stay in contact.
Let him go! You'll only end up in more trouble if you continue!
Thank God. It's Zaz. He's got Mike. He's strapped in the chair. Zaz has totally lost it.
Wait here.
You can't. He'll kill Mike if he sees anyone trying to get close.
He won't see me.
Yeah, we need to have our stealth tutorial.
See anything that looks even a little bit like a bat, and this guard dies. Do you hear me? Look at the pig's eye.
Think about what you're doing, Zaz!
I was gonna say, Zaz is probably one of the more, like, traditionally evil characters in this mythos, so... Yeah, Zaz never really had it to begin with.
Hold! Keep away, or this little piggy fries.
Stop! He's done nothing to you!
Zaz has got my buddy. He's gonna fry him. Do something, please. I see.
Keep him occupied. I need to get behind him.
And he dies.
Oh, here's Zaz. He's a serial killer. That's Zaz.
Not to get close enough to Zaz.
That's really all you need
He'll
to
see
know.
me coming on the ground, so I'll stay up high. These old gargoyles should be able to support my weight if I grapple up to them.
Oh yeah, I might spend some time in this mode, by the way, just as an FYI. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this was the first game to have what I mentally refer to as detective vision. I could be wrong about that. But thank you very, very much, Jigalog, for the sub. As always, appreciate your support. Thank you. If you would like to put that towards increasing priority in a future stream, please let me know. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if there was another game that came out before this. Yes, Hazardous. But yeah, the Eagle Vision thing, I guess, when did Assassin's Creed come out with regards to this? Because that would be the other one. Assassin's Creed 1 would probably be the other one that would challenge this one for the first Detective Vision. Okay, so AC1 was a bit earlier. I'm going to keep calling it Detective Vision because it's better, this one. I mean, so ignoring the obvious fact that there's actual information here and mission objectives and the colorization, which is the important part, and we also get little tidbits, which I think is kind of cool. Let's see if I can trigger another one here. I had one earlier. I just screwed it up. Come on, give me something. I'm probably too far away. There you go. Condition nervous. 121 BPM, 122 BPM, etc., etc.
Zaz is down, but not for long.
Someone put this animal back in his cell.
Did you see the...
Can you hear me? Is this thing on? Oh, hiya, B-Man. Harley Quinn here. How do you like my new uniform?
It looks terrible.
Pretty hot, huh? Oh, I got something to show you. 1 second, B-Man.
Hey, it's a corrupt politician.
I'm now subbing for the old man. Old Sharp has never been happier. In case you ain't figured it out, today is the Joker's big homecoming, and you're the guest of honor.
You have one chance to surrender, Quinn.
Tempting, Bats, but no dice. Now the inmates are running the asylum. Well, technically the Joker's goons shipped in from Blackgate, but you get the idea. Bye-bye for now.
Batman, you picking this up?
Oracle, I'm here.
There's Quinn. An Arkham Asylum, a psychiatrist assigned to treat the Joker. Harleen Quinzel, because you just kind of get used to the fact that in superhero settings, people just somehow are born with remarkably appropriate names, which 20 or 30 years later just suddenly become appropriate. It's fantastic.
Here.
Arkham Asylum just vanished off the network.
He's in control of the security system. He's probably isolated it from the grid.
That's not all he's done. All police feeds are reporting he's placed bombs all over Gotham. Says he'll detonate them if anyone sets foot on Arkham Island. It's being suppressed at the moment, but the story will break any time now.
He's lying. It's just a diversion to keep people away.
How do you know?
I know him.
The room's locked down.
You were
I can't
rescued
open the
by
gate.
Batman.
We're trapped in here.
It was quite
Try the radio. Control should be able to shut down the
Can you
gate.
hear me?
Harley thinks she has me
You're
trapped in
going
this
to be
chamber.
fine.
She never was very bright.
What do you remember?
So first of all,
but everything's under control now.
yeah, imagine if when I was born, my mother decided to name me Lorraine Renier, and that was like the name I was born with. Yeah, Edward Nigma was a name change, but I think most of the other ones, Victor Fries, I'm pretty sure was not a name change. Pretty sure. Well, no, of course not. It was Lorraine Runaire. Come on. There was no N. Anyways. I am going to do this here. And pull this. Wait, which way? Lorraine Runaire or Lorraine Runaire, Blue Alex? Actually, that does sound kind of cool. Now that I'm saying it out loud. Lorraine Runaire. Just kind of use that as my extremely obvious alter ego if I ever do like a thing, a gimmick, a gag, you know, or the next character I play in a like a D&D thing, I'll call Loren. Okay, so we've got voice acting, intro and establishment. Yes, I'm gonna go legally change my name right now to Lorraine Runaire. I love it. Oh yeah, Shadowrun. There you go. That's a perfect one for that. Okay, so combat tempo. I'm going to jot down as a potential. I need to update the HUD here too. I'll do that in just a second. So we got the combat tempo idea. We've got smart camera. Now I want to give special praise to the smart camera. I just demonstrated this, but allow me to really make my point clear. How many games have you played where you do something and the camera just has no idea what it's doing? But here,
I should scan the room. Look for an exit.
You notice how the camera jumps to your location and gives you a perfect angle to see what's happening as you're going up? Now, I know that's such a minor thing, but it's so many games screw that up. In fact, I just played a game earlier this year, which was a really good game that completely screwed up the camera. That would be Ghost of Tsushima, which had a terrible camera. It was one of my biggest gameplay complaints about that game. But the camera, they virtually every major action you could do in this game, the camera has something that is designed to accommodate the action you're taking. So for such an unusual and uniquely well-designed thing, I do want to give that a potential positive because it's good. It does help with the gameplay design, and it's so freaking rare. We could call that an absence of a negative instead of a positive, but I still think it's a good thing. So we got combo tempo, we got the camera. I'm not sure about detective vision. I'll have to debate that one because very possible, Leander. It's very possible the designers looked at this and said, okay, guys, we're in an asylum with tight corridors and tight ceilings. How do we make this work? And so someone designed a camera program. And no, I guarantee you there was someone whose job it was just to program different camera interactions based on different events that could be happening. I was going to mention, oh, yeah. That. So we're up to, scroll up. 4. And then these are all potential, of course. We're too early to really start gushing. I mean, you know. I believe you, Hazardous. This stupid game. Yeah, admittedly, he's conditioned nervous. She's calm, of course. I know several people, not personally, I only know one person personally, but I know several people would literally walk around and this is how they'd play the game. Just this. And this is the entire playthrough, is just playing it like this. I will probably do that periodically, but I will try very hard not to just leave that on. Damn it. I have a drink.
Hey, Batman found a way out! He just ripped the vent off the wall!
Only 3 of them, Roaring. The trilogy. Right,
Batman, I'm patching you into the guard radio feed.
Steve, more Blackgate prisoners. By the boiler.
Who's that behind them? Oh my god, it's Joker. He's free! How'd he break out?
Sorry, feed's down. Comms are up and down like crazy. It's not good. I'll keep trying.
So, let's see here. So far, we've had help from the PD, the guards. Actually, hang on, let's rewind. The PD, the opening guards, the guards within the area, Gordon himself, if you want to count that, but we can not count that. That just leaves us with Oracle. That's also not counting the help he had from his incredible amount of wealth, which allows him to connect with the kind of resources and technology he has, and I suppose the time and training, which also requires wealth. I'm only mentioning all this to emphasize a point that I've already made, since Siler disagreed with me, and he's incredibly wrong, obviously, and that is the fact that Batman does not operate in a vacuum. Shadow governments are fine, Gum Gum. Why do you think I run one? Sure, Arkham Origin is a video game I've never played that is not part of the Arkham trilogy.
Warning. Decontamination room. Toxins detected.
Damn it! They're trapped in there!
Warning. Decontamination room. Area sealed.
What is that stuff?
Joker toxin. Listen, the room is full of poison gas. Anyone caught in there is dead.
Are you gonna get in there and help them, Batman?
Yeah.
I can see people! They're still moving!
Don't actually know, Roaring Middleman. Anyways, I'm sorry, I missed the earlier thing, Gum Gum. If you want to repeat the Shadow Government details.
This isn't a simple escape attempt. Joker's been planning this.
That's true, Melikor. That's a good point. Come here, dude. I got you. I got you.
You're gonna be fine. Stay here.
You're going to be fine. Condition calm. Wow. See, I still disagree with you, Silder. Because, by simple definition, the Batman that we have... Like, okay, let's assume for a moment that Oracle's gone, the guards are gone, but he still has his tech and training. So, he's not working in a vacuum. The only way for Batman to work in a vacuum is for him to have never received any of the training he did, and to never have any of the technological advantages he has. So the only thing he's left with that then, and I will grant you this, is his determination, which is absolutely a thing that's just him, and the fact that he's, you know, in extremely health. Like, it's been mentioned before, he's at the far end of the bell curve, or I guess the high end of the bell curve when it comes to human specimen. So I will grant you he could do quite a bit on his own. But I really don't think that he would be Batman on his own. You know what I mean? Because he wouldn't have the money, he wouldn't have the training, he wouldn't have Alfred, he wouldn't have the equipment, he wouldn't have anything he needs to actually be Bat. Does that make my point more clear? If anything, a Bruce without the backing would probably just be another one of the villains. Or a Casey Jones. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad parallel. Casey Jones, when he's not terrible, would be Bruce without any of the backing that Bruce and the Wayne family has. Why torture, Gum Gum? What's that going to do to actually accomplish their goals? Now, see, now, and I hate to say this, but I do kind of disagree, Pico, because I do think there are some superheroes who can operate in a vacuum. But I think that's mostly because those superheroes are ridiculous. Now, you're probably thinking I'm going to bring up Superman, but actually I'm going to mention the Flash. Especially Barry. But any of the Flashes who are on the higher end here are nuts in terms of what they can accomplish. Like, absolutely freaking nuts. And a Flash is going to be... does not need other people. You know what I mean? They can accomplish whatever the hell they want to, regardless of whether people are supporting them or not. Yeah, Wally is worse, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, let's not talk about the guy who outran time more than once. Anyways.
Batman's here! Just hold on a little longer, Steve.
I got you, buddy. No,
I'm gonna fall!
No, I got you, I got you.
I'm going after the animal who did this.
Now,
Batman! The extraction system! Steve was trying to get to the control panel at the end of the room!
Now hold up. Two things. First of all, if you want to know exactly how impressive Batman is in terms of physical specimen. He just picked up a fully equipped and armed guard with one hand and just hauled him up on top of the thing. Now that probably looks minor, but the only reason that looks minor is because we're so dulled because we see superpowered things in fiction all the time. I want you to try picking up a full-grown human body sometime with one hand and tell me how easy that is to do. Whoops.
I can't believe he left me here. That son of a...
Sorry. Yeah, no, I am not that strong or that anything. Sorry. So... Asylum is pulling me on it technically. Let me make my point very clearly. If you dropped Superman into Dragon Age, he'd still be Superman. If you dropped the Flash into Dragon Age, he'd still be the Flash. If you dropped Bruce Wayne into Dragon Age, he'd be Bruce Wayne. Now, if we want to allow him the training that he's already had, sure. But without the equipment, without the money, without Alfred, without Oracle, without any of that backing or financial support, he is a excellent human being specimen, but that's it. Am I making my point at this point? He would be a rogue. He would be a full-on rogue. And then he'd join the Whatchafigs. Now, that being said, I do think he could accomplish quite a bit. And I agree with what Retu said. Having him take over Kirkwall, I could see that. I could actually see Bruce, and I'm going to call him that at that point, Bruce going ahead and just taking over something like Kirkwall, or maybe getting involved in the game over in Orlais. Because he could play that game. He's got the mind for it. He does still have that asset. But if you're paying attention, that's him just getting his support network back, isn't it?
There's the extractor control point.
That's how fuses work. Don't worry, none of them, Cashel. They're all fine.
Attention.
You know how I can tell?
Air purity is now at normal levels.
See?
Attention. Decontamination room access is now permitted.
Woo! Go Batman! You rock! Joker doesn't stand a chance.
Little tidbits like that go back to what I was talking about earlier with the world building. The fact that the guards are actually cheering us on. And I know what you're thinking, well, of course they are, Lore. Well, in quite a bit of the Batman mythos, especially early on, they don't support him.
Hello, anyone there?
Hell, that's true in multiple continuities of Batman. Why is that? I'm sorry, what is this thing, and why is it attached to the showerhead thing? Look at that. Oh, shoot, hang on, I'm stuck. There we go. Look at that. What is that? Tink, tink, tink. Like, this one makes a little bit of sense, because that looks like a restrainer for the collars they have. But what the hell is that thing? Stab, 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 stab. I agree, Saldir. See, I think we're on the same board. Which actually happens a lot. We just usually disagree on terminology. Oh yeah, hang on. I can hit this button. Oh, there's nothing there. So this is the headache hour. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I feel like he wants me to go that way.
You can almost taste me.
Aren't there still government facilities that use DOS? I'm not actually sure about that. I know people use XP. sure about DOS. I mean, XP works great. It's pretty legit. I don't remember if Poison Ivy's in this one. I think she is. I'll be honest, I actually blur the two games quite a bit, and I don't mean to do that. See, now here's the thing, Salder. So your overall point is that I'm an idiot. And you're right.
What took you so long?
There's no escape, Joker. I will find you.
Oh, I'm counting on it. Just not yet. He's a big one.
Now hang on, Salder. I'm going somewhere with it. Give me a second. Because I do actually kind of agree with you halfway. Come on. There we go. It's not working for some reason. Ah! Oh, God.
Unexpected, wasn't it? Oh well, note to self, need stronger test subjects. Seeing as how I'm feeling generous, I'll give you this one for free. Knock me off, I dare you. End this. Pull the plug. Stop me once and for all. Oh, you're getting too predictable, Bats. Well, I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a party to organize. I've got guests flying in from all over Arkham. You'll see.
Yeah, Joker would have been fine.
Batman, I'm over here.
Hello, Qualitas. I have unlocked Wayne Tech. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, stylized menus, by the way, while we're on the subject. Yeah, let's go with that for now. Just straight up armor.
Quick, get in here before more of them come.
Good thing, Steve Blumgard.
It came out of nowhere. I dragged Jerry in here, powered up the gate. Must have passed out.
Joker went through that door. What's on the other side?
We call it extreme isolation. Only way in is via the transport system.
Open it.
Not a problem. I'll just need to call another cell.
I love how he's just like, yeah, no, I'll do what Batman says to do.
What's wrong here? The main security loop is locked.
Having a little trouble up there?
Joker.
You were expecting maybe Two-Face?
No, he's in the next
There's
game.
no escape, Joker.
Silly bat! I don't want to escape. I'm having way too much fun. I even have you here to keep a smile on my face.
Not for long.
Really? We'll see. Ta-ta! Oh, I forgot to say. Just in case you were planning on following me, I've arranged a little insurance. Gordon is on his way to Harley as we speak.
Officer Bowles.
If I see you trying to follow me, he dies. Harley's looking forward to it. Maybe I'll film it and post it on the internet.
The transport system is down. Best I can do is open the door you came in. Sorry.
I should go back to the holding cells. Bowles wasn't too smart. He'll have left a trail.
Yeah, Bowles was not smart, and also is a drunkard. In fact, 2 times we've seen him just taking a swig in the background. I don't know if you caught that. Alright, time to bat tube it up.
What's happening?
Oh, sorry.
Joker's escaped. He sealed himself off. He's got your father.
Dad.
Don't worry, I'm getting him back.
Okay, I know, but...
Oracle, I'm getting him back. Joker will not win. I won't let him. I'm starting where he was taken. A guard named Frank Bowles attacked him. If I find Frank, I'll find your father.
Bruce, hurry, please.
So, if you didn't catch what I was doing there, there's little cameras throughout here, and I don't know how many of you have ever noticed this, but the cameras will all track you as you're going through. Like, watch that one there. See, as soon as I come around the corner, it's like, hey, it's Batman. And it just follows us as we go through. Just a neat little thing. Anyways. So where am I going? I'm going this way.
Are you there? Damn it! If anyone can hear this.
I bet you're wondering how I did it. Was it a clue the great detective missed? Oh, me and Frankie go way back. I got him out of a spot of bother a few years ago. So when I need security codes or an old man to be clubbed to the ground, I know just the man to ask.
Yes, I do think he would, Mr. Red. And then I think you two would pull it down. So anyway, Salder, here's the thing. You're insane and evil, and don't choke me to death, Salder. No, I'm sorry, I think you're right. Okay, we're okay. Whew. Now, here's the deal. Your argument about Bruce being able to make something of himself in like another setting is totally valid, but the thing is, I think that would also apply to the Joker in basically the same way. You can't tell me that the Joker wouldn't be able to make a thing for himself in, for example, Kirkwall. Ah, there's quick battering.
It's the bat!
No, that's a bat. It's what you're carrying. I know you don't really have a lot of, you know, education where you're from, but... My point, Saldir, is that you say that Bruce would be able to do something, and I think Joker could do the exact same thing. Thus, both are still equivalent in the same manners that I already described. And yeah, Joker having access to blood mages is not something I really want to be a thing.
Oracle, I'm at the holding cells. I'm setting up a crime scene.
So what's the plan? Isolate something in that room unique to both?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm into evidence.
Bowles dropped his flask. Sloppy. Let's see what the forensic scanner picks up. I can follow traces of alcohol from Frank's bourbon in the atmosphere. Oracle, I've got a trail.
That's great. You follow it. I'm grabbing every reference to Arkham I can find. Maybe useful later.
Also, given what we know of how demons work in the Dragon Age setting, I'm pretty sure that the Joker would generate demons by interacting with spirits. Developed by Wayne Tech, these control points are considered hack-proof. That would have been funny. Apparently he's drinking straight whiskey. Wow. Hang on. Is it not gonna let me? It is not gonna let me. Okay. Okay. Alright, what incredibly obvious thing am I missing here? I feel like I had this problem last time, too. I don't have any of the other gadgets yet. I can't cut the cord, and I can't cut the thing. Follow the alcohol trail. Okay, hang on. Alright, I followed the alcohol trail. Now what? I didn't see a vent, but I am blind, dumb, and stupid, and a moron. Got it. Going the other way. Wait, what? Oh, right, because I didn't kill him. Because I'm Batman, I don't kill. Why would Batman kill? That would be insanity.
The trail is getting weaker. I'm heading in the wrong direction.
Got it. I mean, considering how much air there probably has to be in here.
Hello? What's happening there? I'm trying to contact Steve. Is he there?
Hold 1 second. I'll see if I can find him.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I've looked everywhere, but I can only find his head. I'll get back to you when I find the rest of them.
Nice guy.
It's taking so long. Stupid, unreliable. How did Joker get...
Be quiet.
What's going on?
B-Man! Mr. J doesn't want you following us just yet.
Get down!
First injury on the suit.
What the hell happened?
How did you like that, B-Man? No way you're following us now. You're trapped down there till me and Mr. J are ready for you.
Quick
Gordon
note.
was taken up to the surface in the elevator. If I want to follow them, I'll need to do this the old-fashioned way.
Quick side note. You notice that he actually goes out of his way to save the guard before he saves himself. Which I know sounds like a duh. I felt it worth commenting on.
I take it this is Joker's doing.
Who else?
I told him he's a monster. They should fry him.
Calm down. I'll stop him.
And then fry him. But yeah, so there's our first cut. We will have several by the end of this. Nice little bit of visual continuity in the work. Remember, this all happens in one night, by the way. I'm just seeing if there's anything else around here. Just really quick. Looks like no. Okay. Shimmy, shimmy.
you can hear me. I've got a little something for you to listen to. Harley and Frank aren't nearly out of the building with the old man. How are they going to get past all those guards? Let's have a listen, shall we?
Hey, Frank, where you been? Joker's got more men on the way. They're coming around the front of the asylum. Gotta stop them getting in, quick! Get over there! Damn, come on, everyone, cover the main entrance!
How many are there, Bowles? Hang on, how the hell do you know it?
Bowles! Frank, what are you doing? No, put it down! Frank, what the hell? Quinn! It's clear! Get your ass in here!
It's some piece of work, Frankie. Girls could fall for someone like you.
Stop flirting with a hired help, Harley.
Don't worry, sweetie. You know I only have eyes for you.
Did you hear that, Bats? Sounds like Frankie's working out just fine. Another valuable employee for the organization.
Warning. Multiple security breaches on level A4.
Interesting design choice, by the way. They give us this puzzle section to go through, and dialogue to listen to while we go through it. You're gonna request Dragon Age Origins as a run, huh, Papa Neeks? Well, you're a little bit too late on that one, I'm afraid. Because we've already done it. The Chronicle.
I am the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. Through my actions, I have saved this cursed city, though my own curse is to forever remain in the shadows. My story is carved into the very soul of Arkham, and will only be revealed to those dedicated enough to discover it.
Sorry, we were talking about Dragon Age, so I assumed you mentioned Dragon Age Origins, not...
Hardly put up much of a fight.
Sorry.
Joker was right. It's easy.
Bring it home!
They don't stand a chance.
This guard always gave him a hard time.
Not anymore.
Yeah, serves him right.
You really gonna do what you...
It's a kill! Stay still while I smash it! Yeah, hit him again! You're gonna bleed out your face!
Batman, how's it going? Any sign of Dad?
Not yet, but I'm getting close. Harley Quinn tried to slow me down, dropped an elevator on me.
Did it work?
Of course not. I'll get back to you when I reach the end of the trail.
I actually don't remember who Arkham is. Yeah, the snapping of combat is hard to explain. I'm trying to show it off a little bit. You can do lunges in between targets.
Got a kid. You don't have...
Right. I don't have to. I just want to.
So.
Okay, boss says no one gets past. Anything moves, shoot it.
You got it. Anyone coming this way is dead.
Oracle. Joker's men have taken control of the cell block transfer corridor.
That's not good. I patched into a guard radio. It sounds like Joker's crew have got their hands on weapons.
I know. I'll calibrate the Cowl's vision mode to isolate armed henchmen.
So, yeah,
approach is suicide. They need to be smart. Find a different way past them.
You notice, by the way, we're still tutorializing. And you'll also notice that they've already shown 2 stages of escalation. The first is guards with, or not guards, thugs, excuse me. Thugs with bats, and now we have thugs with guns. Now, one of the things I like about this game is thugs with guns will kill you very, very quickly. We're talking seconds you will die from thugs with guns. So, naturally, the game gives you a way to deal with that.
20 head into the room and we blow it off.
Yeah, the dead man won.
gets funner later on, too. Hang on, I gotta see what style they're saying. Okay, I could see that, Sal, there. I could see him being more successful than the Joker without his support network. Put it that way. Is this... No, okay.
No problem, boss. The boys are just finishing off. The Arkham chumps never stood a chance.
Well, good. Our friendly neighborhood rodent is on his way. You need to set a trap. He must not leave this building. Do you understand me? Oh, look who it is! Are your pointy ears burning? I suppose I'd better warn my boys you're on the way. Hey, maybe I won't. It'll be a nice surprise.
I mean, the inspiration doesn't matter, Gum Gum. They're kind of horrifically evil to begin with. And unnecessary.
Ding dong. Arkham Asylum is now under new management. Here's a quick update on what's going on. Some idiot is running around the asylum dressed like a bat. I know! Crazy! Stop him before he gets someone hurt. Really, it's for his own good.
Don't worry, no one looks up in this setting. Which is funny when you think about how much Bats uses that. Alright, what do we got? There's one over there.
Nothing to be afraid of. Just a man who likes to dress up as a bat and... Ew, think of it. That really is a bit scary.
There you go. Oh, there he is.
I lost him!
Now he's conditioned nervous. That I was gonna say, I'm not sure what's gonna happen here. I was just curious enough to try it.
Don't worry, boys. You can do it. He doesn't stand a chance.
I mean, he doesn't even have a gun. Well, I mean, no matter what agency he's gonna make, if they're gonna go that route, Gum Gum, then they're screwed to begin with. So.
Did you really think it was going to be that easy, Bats? I've sent a few more of my boys your way. Let's see how you deal with these odds.
Joker wants him found. Spread out.
Yeah, we're all really ripped for some reason. They have an excellent exercise regime in Arkham.
Now move.
It worked me up here.
Remember, boys, look in every corner. He's a tricky one. Could pop out of anywhere. When he does, blow his head off.
That game.
I'm not scared of you, Batman.
Yes, the Arkham budget went to making sure that they were super good to go. That should be okay.
Going back to what the?
No, watch this.
Oh God! I found someone over here. What happened to you?
Nothing.
Huh? Man down! Man down!
It's not giving you his BPM. They get more and more nervous the more you do this. And the less of them there are. Oh! Oh! Ow!
Oh, those were the easy ones. I'm just playing with you. You'll see.
Harleen Quinzel?
Call me Harley. Everyone does.
I'm surprised you want to intern here at Arkham.
I've always had a thing for extreme personalities. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals.
I'll warn you right now. These are hardcore psychotics. Most would rather kill you than speak to you.
I'm sure I'll be fine, Doctor.
They'll eat you for breakfast. I mean it. One or two of them will enjoy it too. Be careful.
I mean, that's a fair point. Batman is practicing eugenics. Wait, let's think about that less. Honestly, do you want these people to you know, reproduce?
Joker must have figured out how I was tracking Gordon. Officer Bowles' trail stops here.
Idiot. Like what? I get that. I know that I myself have commented on the corruption and how that's kind of how Joker gets a lot of what he gets done. But who the hell would work for the Joker like this?
Hear me, Batman? I know you can.
Hi, Riddler.
Yes, it is I, Edward Nigma, the Riddler, and more importantly, your intellectual superior. My genius has allowed me to easily hack into your primitive communications. My goal is simple. You complete a series of amusingly taxing challenges and, well, you'll see. Ready for your first one? Good. But be careful. Don't cut yourself on this sharply observed portrait.
Okay.
So you did it! Well done! I would have expected a child to work that one out, let alone the world's greatest detective.
Hold up. That's Dandelion?
Edward Nigma have placed a dazzling selection of challenges and puzzles around Arkham. Can you solve them all? Will you find all my trophies? Are you ready to give up? Your puny mind is no match for my own.
Batman! Over here! I saw you clear the room!
I was staying here safe until you cleared the room, even though I have an automatic weapon.
It was a massacre. Bowles came walking in telling everyone to cover the front entrance. Said something about Joker's army coming through the main gate. 2 of my guys moved to the exit, and Frank shot him dead. They never stood a chance.
Was Bowles alone?
Thought he was. Then I saw Harley Quinn. She was surrounded by Black Gate prisoners. They were just killing everyone in the room. I had no choice. I got in here, locked the door. I could see it on the security feed. They had someone with them. It looked like the commissioner.
Bowles is dead. They carried on without him. Must have outlived his usefulness.
Good. He was scum.
Hard to argue.
I'll look after Maria. I promise.
Yeah, thankfully the criminals live. But hundreds of guards die. Whew! Thank you very, very much, Questy. Very much obliged and appreciate, sir. Thank you. I will put that towards Trails in the Sky 2. Oh, I didn't even mention Riddler, although Riddler also doesn't operate in a vacuum. No, you know who operates in a vacuum? Killer Croc. He'd be fine. He'd be like, yeah, what? Can you go, like, beat up this guy? Of course I can. Anything else you want me to do? Don't eat me? Can't do that one. Nom, nom, nom.
We apologize for this interruption to our regular broadcast. Jack Ryder is live from the Gotham Bay area with some breaking news.
This is Jack Ryder with breaking news in the Gotham Bay. We are getting reports of an armed siege on Arkham Island. 2 minutes ago, Joker broadcast to all news channels this chilling message.
Greetings, Gotham. This is the voice of your new master. Oh, hang on. I skipped a bit. Joker here. I'm in control of Arkham Island, and you can all consider it out of bounds. If I see any lawmen, vigilantes, or do-gooders in tights coming this way, I'll start detonating random bombs around the city. What'll it be? A kindergarten? A hospital? A billionaire's mansion? Oh, choices, choices, choices.
All access to the island has been restricted. Airspace is closed off, and early reports suggest that Batman himself is trapped on the island. We will be right here, reporting live on any developments. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Jack. More as it happens.
I was just playing with the cape physics there, sorry. Yeah, as I say, why don't we just airstrike the island, guys? I'm down with that. No? Okay. So, yeah, that, to my knowledge, is the only reference in all 3 games to other capes in this setting. I could be incredibly wrong about that. Wouldn't be the first time. Sorry, when I say capes, I mean vigilante, superhero, whatever we want to call them. I call them capes. Apparently Knight mentioned Superman. Oh, thank you very much, Captain Bison. And that's awesome. Congratulations, sir. Oh! And, yeah, I don't even know what to add to that. That is amazing, sir. Certainly better than some people I can mention. And if you want to put that towards something, let me know. Soups is like, there's an asteroid. Oh, dude, a Rocksteady Superman game. I mean, if anyone's going to pull it off, right? No, I don't even remember where I get capes from. It might be Watchmen. I'm not sure, though. I'm legitimately not sure where I get that term from. Because it definitely predates The Incredibles. I've been saying that since high school, at least. Was it masks in Watchmen? Okay, so maybe it's not Watchmen. Where the heck did I get capes from? Because there's metas. That's what DC usually uses, I think. There's supers. That's Incredibles. I don't actually remember any others off the top of my head. Oh. Yeah, Soups is busy with Brainiac, because of course he is. Real quick, thank you, Vigilant. As always, sir. Appreciate. You know, that's a fair point, Vigilant. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. I usually hear them referred to as mutants, even when they're not mutants in Marvel. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up at some point, where I got the term capes. Because I've been using, like I said, I've been using that term since high school. So it's not exactly a new phrase. Maybe I came up with it? I don't know. I mean, I come up with my own terminology all the time. Yeah, Jupiter's out of orbit, guys. I'll deal with this. No, please don't, Hazardous. So here's the outdoors area, aka Prototype City. Not quite as expansive. And much more irritating to get around in by memory. Hey, good Senator. There's a Bruce Almighty Moon there for you. That's what Superman's doing right now. He's dealing with the moon. He's like, hang on. You deal with Arkham Asylum. I'll fix the moon. So I believe this is the game? It might be, it's this one or City. It might actually be City. Whoa, went too far.
Harley tells me that the Batman's car is
What the?
just outside of the intensive treatment building. Now, we can't just have him up and leave us, can we? Every thug, villain, murderer, and kindergarten teacher that isn't carrying out party orders should head there now and smash it to pieces.
Anyway, sorry. I forget if it's this game or City, but one of the two, you can go out of bounds and you can see the ridiculous amount of Gotham that's rendered and animated out there. It's not huge. It's not like super highly detailed, but the amount of effort they put into the background visuals is astonishing. Is it City? Okay, it isn't City. Like I said, I get City and Asylum blended together a lot. I don't know why.
The tunnel's locked down. No one in or out. It's cool.
It's not cool. Joker's unpredictable. Stay alert.
Yeah? You think he'll come this way?
Can anyone hear me? Hello? Anyone?
Yes, officer. I am right here.
Batman, you got out. What's happening back there? We got directed over here and then the radios died. They keep playing this damn tune over and over.
Joker's in control of the island. He's responsible for sending you over here.
How did he get out? I mean, you're here and...
An Arkham guard named Frank Bowles betrayed you all. He broke out Joker, who killed him when he was no longer needed.
Some loyalty. Do you need any help?
No. You and your men are safer here. I'll find you if I need anything.
That is correct, Questy. We are only playing the Arkham trilogy, which Origins is not a part of. And yeah, the problem that you are bringing up, Sylder, is, well, frankly, an unrelated problem, in my opinion. What's that problem? The problem of popularity. Who wins? This mutant or this, or excuse me, this hero or this hero? The answer is politics. Whoever's the most popular at the time, whoever the writers say wins, or maybe a writer has a specific thing they want to push, or maybe a writer just prefers one over the other. And that's the problem. Most of the time, the actual writers, the ones actually doing the canon stories, don't think about who would actually win in a fight. They just decide based on what is effectively popularity contest. Yeah, it's pro wrestling. Who wins in a pro wrestling match? Well, that's determined in advance, obviously, because it's all faked. But the person who wins is the person who is winning because the writers say they win, not because of the fact that they're the ones who are going to win. And it is amazingly irritating for people like, and I will admit this, myself, and I know I am not the only person who likes to think about the versus questions, if just from a creative, intellectual kind of a way, because there's some interesting matchups there, right? Right? I mean, surely there's a reason those kind of questions are so popular. The problem is it gets hard to give evidence for those kind of discussions because the evidence we're giving is the stuff that actually already has happened because of popularity, not competency.
Huh? So, the nutcases are running wild. Do you need any help?
Just stay alert, officer. I'll take care of it.
I mean, okay, this character, I know this isn't the same setting, but Batman has lost to Harley Quinn and defeated Darkseid.
Thank God it's you. Have you caught Joker yet?
No, but I'm going to track him down. I need you to stay here. Stop anyone trying to get into the mansion.
Whatever you say, Batman. No one's getting past me.
Alright, let me get past you here. No, I haven't. That's a good point, Hazards. Let me jot that down as a potential. Yeah, for those of you who don't know who Darkseid, or as I like to call him, Darkseid, He's probably the single biggest villain of the entire DC. I know there's some debate about that, and it kind of depends. But he tends to be the person they bring out when they need the villain of the whole thing.
Oracle, disable the Batmobile's countermeasure system.
I saw the alert. What's wrong? Where are you?
I'm outside the Arkham mansion.
What?
Harley Quinn probably triggered the alarm. If she's still got Gordon with her, he could get hurt.
Okay, done. The Batmobile is still parked up outside the intensive treatment building in Arkham North. I've sent you the schematics for the entire island. I've marked key locations like your car.
Thanks, Oracle.
Yeah, exactly, Kira White Noise. It's actually funny because I really don't like Darkseid as a character. I never have. So, what you're asking is what I like to think of as the Star Trek problem, Salder, which, since you're a fan of Star Trek, I probably don't even have to explain in detail. How do we reconcile the nonsense the writers came up with? Whoops, not this way. Can I just go the normal way right now? Later on, this all gets locked down, so yeah, never mind. No, random. Oh god, guards. Did not see.
Dangled me off a damn building in Lower Gotham.
There we go. But yeah, Takoda's right. Judicious use of judgment calls and trying to... So I talk about this a lot over the ruminations that are coming out over the next year. I call them loops, right? Or hoops, if you prefer, but loops is what I call them. It's like this. Here's what actually happened. Now, it doesn't make sense. So how many loops do we have to add on to this to make this make sense? The less loops, the better the writing. The more loops, well, you get the idea.
Under my control. That's right, boys and girls. Mine! Mine! Just wait till you see my plans for this place. It's going to be glorious.
They're beating the Batmobile with bats. Sure, Krusty, go for it. Unless you're asking for one from me, in which case I'll have to think about that. Okay.
Here!
There's a supply of explosive gel in the trunk of the Batmobile.
Diminishing returns, Gum-Gum. The moment the bureaucracy is spending more time and attention on itself than on getting things done.
Looks like there was a scuffle. I need to search the area around the Batmobile. There could be a clue as to where she took Gordon.
Oh god, that sounds like a horrible thing to deal with, Walker. Hi. Favorite example, god. There was something I was discussing when it comes to TOS, and I'm trying to remember what it was. And I actually can't, I'm sorry, but I used TOS a lot for the, you know, the loops issue. Oh yeah, they're non-lethal explosives, I mean.
Don't you forget, search every nook and cranny. I want everyone found. Hey, I don't want anyone missing the party. I'm too good a host.
The guns are not okay.
I need to isolate a trail in the crime scene around the Batmobile that'll look strange. This is Gordon's pipe. Barbara gave it to him. There's no way he'd leave it. Wild country. Gordon's favorite tobacco. Gordon's smarter than he looks. Left me a trail to follow. Oracle, I found a pipe. It has your father's initials carved on it.
It was a birthday gift I gave him last year. There's no way he'd leave it.
Exactly. He's left me a trail to follow. He's alive, Barbara. The security doors are locked. I'm going to have to find another way around to get back on Gordon's trail.
That's a good question.
The wall ahead is weak enough for my explosive gel to blow through and open up a new path.
Because I'm not sure, is the truth. Gotta stay on brand. Of course. No.
I'm just sitting here watching cartoons. If any of you fine Blackgate rejects bored, come over and see me. Don't look up when you open the door. It'll spoil the surprise and my experiment.
Immediately look up. Nothing there. Something here. I'm pretty sure you just take damage, Twister.
It's the best!
I mean, it kind of is Volcanta. That's barely even a joke.
Paging Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine Dr. Howard.
So does anyone know how to reach this Riddler thing? Because I never reached it. I'm just curious. When I was loading up a game earlier to make sure that everything ran properly, I actually loaded in right here and was like, how do I get in there? And I was just... upgraded crack. Okay, that's probably why. Whatever. So what do we got down here? We got those guys over there. We got him over there. We got a giant riddle right there. Riddle me this. Why can't I get the camera angle correctly?
Joker here! Let me remind all new residents of Joker Asylum that they are expected to follow one simple rule. Punishment for not following this rule is death. No ifs, ands, or buts. You know what the best thing is about the rule? It's a secret!
Batman, what's going on? The crazies are moving towards the medical facility. What's Joker doing?
He's trying to take over the island piece by piece. It looks like medical is his next target. Has anyone got out of the building?
I saw a doctor try and get out. He was torn apart. Throw it in the water. He never stood a chance.
You wait here. I'll be back.
Why is it a book of sports, though? I would say Batman not killing makes more sense than Curio not killing, because what Curio does is straight up ridiculous.
I warn you, he may look like an idiot and talk like an idiot, but don't let that fool you. He really is an idiot.
I mean, it's true. And I'm sorry, what answer, Saldir? Alright, time to super hack with explosive gel. That's how you hack, right? I don't even have hacking unlocked yet? Okay, whatever.
You're not getting... He's here!
Yep, they saw me.
Let's finish this. Ooh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Kind of showing off the range thing I mentioned earlier.
Joker Asylum. Let me remind everyone that it is their civic duty to exterminate this vermin. We can't have it making its way back to the mainland.
He's fine. Guys, he's fine. I remember an interview, this is quite a while ago, for Asylum, which talked about how one of the reasons that Batman is so amazing is that he's actually holding back the entire time he's fighting through the thugs here, so that he doesn't hit hard enough in order to kill them. One funhouse, I'm sorry, Malachor. No, that's totally how that works. Sure.
I'm watching all of you. Wherever you are, even you. Yes, you.
In night, we can shove people's heads up against the Batmobile's tire while it's running. How did I decide that? Because that's how the Borg should be. As presented, excuse me, as described, not as presented. Right. The Borg are exactly as I mentioned. Right, I'm supposed to be following the tobacco, which I completely forgot about. Thankfully, I'm on the right track, just from sheer memory.
I just want everyone to know that I really appreciate all the hard work. You know, watching you guys is like a night in. Watching my favorite movie. What was the name of that movie again? Oh yes, Attack of the Stupid Bungling Idiots who can't find an even bigger idiot running around dressed like a man. Now get to it. I'm getting bored.
Poor Joker, he's so bored. Anyway, Saldir, you say tell nutshell, and that is valid across all of Star Trek. However, I could point to at least 3 episodes off the top of my head where the Borg are exactly as they are described. Most notably, Q Who and Best of Both Worlds. Especially Best of Both Worlds Part 1. Hi, Harley.
Hey, scram, bats! This is my me time.
Where's Gordon?
Wouldn't you like
I'm
to
over
know?
here.
Shut up!
Ah, you crazy bitch.
Harley!
Ah!
What's he doing here? It's too early!
I'm sorry, Puddin'. Don't be angry with me. Mwah!
Go, you little minx. I can never stay mad at you.
Sorry, B-Man. You'll have to find another way. Goodbye now.
This way's blocked. Better search outside for another way in.
I mean, I was trying to, and then you were like, no, go in the front door. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't think it's up, though. I saw earlier. Unless it's over there. Might be up there. No, that doesn't make any sense. You are truly a madman. Explosives? Nah, what is this nonsense? We gotta find the context-sensitive clues to find the one thing we could go in on. I mean, this is, what, a PS3 game? I thought... Oh, it is right here. I'm right. Let's just do this.
I just want everyone to know that I really appreciate all the hard work. You know, watching you guys is like a night in. Watching my favorite movie. What was the name of that movie again? Oh yes.
Wire what, Taquita? Oh, bat cutters. I use those all the time. Yeah, that is the problem, Ruth, as I've mentioned many, many times. The problem with the Borg is they made this incredibly awesome villain that also is incredibly powerful, and...
I want all the doctors rounded up. Search every inch of the medical building.
be honest, a lot of fictional settings make that mistake.
Every room, every office, and every trash can.
What trash
If
cans?
another doctor tries to run and get out of the building, then you won't. I'll just flood the rooms with happy gas and leave you to die. Hell, I may do that anyway. Sounds fun.
It's not more strong, Saldo. That's exactly the point, isn't it? That's exactly what I said earlier, Saldo. We don't really have evidence to support ourselves when the own writing of the setting is so ridiculously inconsistent. There's no such thing as evidence anymore. Any pretensions otherwise is just preference. Oh, I don't know. Starscream. I've never played this on PS3, so I don't know what it looks like on PS3.
Get off of me!
Shut it! Get down there with the others! Move it!
Okay, okay, I hear you. I'm going.
Why does he need the doctors? I've got to save them.
Ah, let's let him die. Mark Hamill, Chakra. Alright, what do we got? We got Patroller, 2 Patrollers. No, it's 2 static, excuse me. 2 Patrollers and 1 Patroller.
What the? Circle! Oh, crap. I found someone over here! Up! What happened to you? Leave them here. Spread out and find that bat! Kill you! He's gone! He grappled up! He could be anywhere! Moving above us! Could come from I don't know where he went! Up above us somewhere!
Hello? Is there a doctor in the house? No? Pity. I seem to have a pile of wounded henchmen that need medical attention.
The room's clear. You're safe now.
Batman!
Yeah?
I don't know what happened. One minute we were doing our evening rounds, and the next, armed thugs burst into the room and took us hostage.
Did they have anyone with them?
They took someone into the elevator. I couldn't tell who it was.
They obviously didn't want to be followed. The elevator appears to have been powered down. You're going to be okay here.
We'll be fine.
What about the others? We heard gunfire. They could be dead. We should go and help.
Oh no, I forgot. Dr. Kellerman was in the patient observation room, and Dr. Chen went to surgery.
And Dr. Young went to X-ray.
Okay, stay here. I'll find the other doctors.
I'm here, Mike. Hold still. I'll get you free.
You okay? We're safe. Batman saved us.
You know, I know that Quincy is just really messed up, but look at the restraints they have on the people for when they do experiments on them. Anyways, my point, Saldir, is that if you think the Borg are pathetic and terrible, that's a very valid opinion. I don't, which is also a very valid opinion. That's the problem.
Patient interview 21. Patient's name is Edward Nigma, also known as the Riddler. So, Edward, Warden Sharp tells me you've been leaving threatening riddles scrawled on the asylum walls. Again.
One would have to be severely paranoid to read threats into harmless riddles, Dr. Young. May I test you with one?
Very well.
What is it that walks on 4 legs, then 2 legs, and finally 3 legs?
A human being. As a baby it crawls on 4 legs, as an adult it walks on 2, and in later years it uses a cane.
Good try. But the answer to all 3 is a baby. True, it crawls on all 4s, But cut off its legs and it can only wiggle on 2 limbs. Give it a crutch, it can hobble around on 3. You see?
It's horrible. How can you even joke about that?
Easily, Doctor. It's not my baby.
So that's this version of Riddler. Interesting little tidbit. I say this is based on the DCAU, and it absolutely is. If the DCAU was substantially darker, maybe dark's not the right word. Gritty might be a better word. Wait until you actually see Cobblepot later. Holy crap. Just, yeah. Okay. I'm sure it's definitely not a hallucination. It's a hallucination. He's freaking out.
Will all patients please remain calm and move slowly to their accommodation?
Let me introduce you all to the sterling work of our new head of research, Dr. Penelope Young. Since joining our team 2 years ago, Arkham is now at the forefront of research into understanding the human mind.
Good afternoon, Arkham. Let's talk about the mind. How can such a complex entity be understood and eventually treated when it breaks? How indeed. Project Titan's goal is to create a testbed to fully probe our special cases in a safe, risk-free manner. Our goal is to cure the more unfortunate specimens, the weak, those not physically up to the challenge that our medical practices present. Project Titan will make us a world-class facility, an award-winning facility.
When you or someone you know is seriously distressed, there are few institutions where they can be taken, and where you can be reassured that they are safe and undergoing the finest care available. An extensive breakdown of our costs and healthcare packages can be found at the front desk or at www.arkhamcare.com/prices. We accept most major HMOs.
Let me introduce you all to the...
Do I need to add anything to that? No, I did not, Pretzel. I'm sorry. But thank you very, very much for the sub that I assume was there. Very much appreciate, sir. Do you know, or did you write down what you want to put that toward? Because like I said, I completely missed it.
Sterling work of
So yeah, that's Project Titan.
Since joining our team
Foreshadowing.
years ago, Arkham is now at the forefront of research into understanding the...
What they usually do is they charge other people, Mr. Red. Just like real-life institutions.
Yeah, she can operate on me anytime.
I hear there's a lie. Remind me, why did Joker want her alive?
No idea. But after what happened that time...
Bloodborne, you got it.
The train station.
Our goal
Come on, guys, I'm over here.
the weak.
You want some? You're gonna have holes with your face, you
Welcome to Arkham Asylum. Our staff are here to help you.
Sure, Helder.
Built this fine institution. You
Hello, Tesla Effect.
the premier psychiatric evaluation and rehabilitation center it has become.
I mean, everything's a weakness in Kyrie. I've been getting that impression, Gumgo. Oh, hello. I've decided to go in for medical care. That is a weakness. You must be killed. And then they kill you. It's okay. You know, I understand. I understand. Call the weak. So the auto gel thing is great for setting traps, which I might end up doing later. You know, that's a good point, Silver Mask. We have literally caused more supervillains from Arkham than anything else. Of course, Arkham is a really messed up facility, which sort of makes you wonder why it still exists. I know. Corruption. Screw it. Just grab straight up armor.
You think I care? Stop your whining and listen good. If anyone goes near you without Joker's express permission, then I've been ordered to make sure you are taken out ASAP. Looks like you're a bargaining chip. Gotta tell you, the boss is all over this job. Planned like a military operation. Friends on the inside and out.
I am quite aware that this job, as you call it, requires friends. What I want to know is why you killed me. Did Joker specify me? Why don't you let me talk to him? I'm sure we can settle this.
Lady, if I have to tell you once more, I am going to hurt you. You understand? Shut the hell up. If the boss wants to talk to you, he'll talk to you. Till then, keep that trap of yours zipped.
I wanted to let him finish his conversation first.
She's dead. Someone tell Joker.
That.
Too easy. Played you like a violin and cut your strings. Nighty-night, bats.
So those are random.
I have done exactly as you've asked.
Look,
there's some fun ones there.
Stop your whining and listen good.
I want to see something really quick, because I'm curious now.
No! Help! No! Under attack! She's dead. Someone tell Joker.
Wouldn't lock in.
Too easy. Played you like a violin and cut your strings. Nighty-night, bats.
I was wondering if it would allow me to go ahead and attack the guy before, you know, he shoots. Because there was a pause there, but I was kind of locked in by the cutscene.
And listen good. If anyone goes near you without Joker's express permission, then I've been ordered to make sure you are taken out ASAP. Looks like you're a bargaining chip. Gotta tell you, the boss is all over this job. Planned like a military operation.
Please, no! No!
Hi.
What's going on? They were talking like they were in control. Is it true that Joker escaped?
Unfortunately, yes. But not for long.
I'd been studying Joker's case for months when he broke out. The warden was very specific he wanted Joker cured.
Bad publicity will affect his campaign for mayor.
That'll be the least of it. God, I almost forgot. They said they were moving through the facility, hunting down the other doctors.
Don't worry, Doctor. I rescued you first, and now I'll search the other rooms. You wait here. It's dangerous out there.
Yeah, her feet are just kind of going through the debris. And these guys are fine.
More medical staff that need my help.
These guys are fine. They're fine. They're fine. Here, I'll even prove it. There. See? Unconscious. See? The Bat computer does not lie, sir. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, Bats is part of the problem here, too, let's be honest. As was pointed out earlier, the fact that he's still sending people to Asylum says a lot. Thank you. Killing you. Very much appreciate, sir. Thank you. And I'll put that towards Modern Warfare Advanced, Remastered, whatever. Oh god, that would make so much sense. It would make so much sense if Alfred programmed it to be like, oh yeah, no, they're fine, Master Bruce. You didn't kill anybody.
Will all patients please remain calm?
Which reminds me of that. What was? Oh god, what was that? I never killed anyone. Oh my god, you just killed him. No, I didn't. People, when they stop moving, they're fine. My parents aren't dead.
And move slowly to their accommodation.
Our findings have led to debates about whether psychosis is in itself toxic, and whether potentially damaging changes to the brain are related to the length of psychotic episodes. Project Titan allows us to strengthen the individual's ability to cope with such changes. Early results...
I really like these little touches because it implies that someone is just kind of going around following behind, just to leave these little presents just to screw with you. Not only is that extremely Joker, but it means that he is it's another indication of just how on top of things he is and how aware they are and blah 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 blah. It's a nice little horror bit. Thank you for watching my show, Spicy Blue Milk. I've put that towards Astral Chain.
Promising. But it was only after the arrival of Patient X that our expectations were
Ooh,
raised.
Patient X.
Patient X was the catalyst that led to a full-scale adoption of the Titan process. We must all thank our benefactors for this opportunity.
We represent all medical specialties and offer a wide range of medical, surgical, diagnostic, and wellness programs. High quality of care, coupled with Arkham Asylum's convenient location, have ensured we are voted the #1 facility in the entire state. Times have changed at this establishment, and through our pioneering techniques...
I love walking through the corpses of the dead while it's talking about how this is the #1 facility in the state. Because that means one of two things. One, severe propaganda, or two, this actually is the best institution in the state. Which is worse?
Staff are here to help you. When Amadeus Arkham built this fine institution, few would have believed it could be the premier psychiatric evaluation and rehabilitation center it has become. Everyone knows the stories of the various so-called supercriminals who've been treated here, but that is only half the story. Our low security wings offer normal but troubled individuals a safe haven for recovery. An extensive breakdown of our costs and healthcare packages can...
I've been to Applebee's before, Cord. As with most places, there's good Applebee's and bad Applebee's. It's okay. I wouldn't recommend it.
Batman!
Yeah, what's up?
Don't speak. You're safe now.
But it's a trap!
I know. Just not for me.
It's true! You really are the world's greatest detective. How did you do that, Bats? Oh, what the hell? Get down there, boys. See if he can detect being punched in the face.
You're gonna bleed out your...
What are you waiting for? April Fool's Day? Get down there now!
You hit me!
Don't get too full of yourself, Bats. I'm just softening you up. Think of this as a preview to the main event. You'll see.
I don't actually care for
They could wake up!
Chili's either. But that's just me. I used to like Red Robin until I got food poisoning from there.
I tried to tell you. I couldn't speak.
Relax, you're safe now. I can handle these low-life thugs.
Whoops. I don't know why I was doing Joker voice. Now then. Am I going the right way? I was going the right way. I am still going the right way. Yay. No, don't be ridiculous, Sal, there. Anytime you knock someone out with a gun to the face, it's totally fine. It's just an off switch, right? I want to explain why I like the combat here, if that's okay. Obviously, it's the tempo thing, right? Chung, 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 chung. And you're supposed to kind of bat forth, and there's a tempo. You're supposed to hit the buttons in a specific rhythm. If mashing actually doesn't have the same impact whatsoever, and will, of course, limit you on crits and all sorts of other things and blah, blah, blah. So you're supposed to maintain the tempo of it. But what I really like about it is two specific things. First of all, there's a built-in system. Why do I don't understand that question, Hazardous. This is my job. I analyze for a living, is what I'm doing. First of all, the counterattack is something that completely animation cancels. So unless you're literally in the air at the time, you can do a counterattack if you need to, if someone's trying to rush you, which can certainly happen, especially in harder difficulties. The second thing I like, though, is there's this little cost-reward kind of equation that goes in for when they go down, because you can do the knockdown attack. The knockdown attack is the off switch. It completely defeats a given enemy, and they're out of the combat. But they have to be down, and it takes time, which also leaves you vulnerable, and you can be hit, which interrupts it. Hence the cost benefit kind of a thing. Now, those two little tidbits, the counter thing and the knock them out thing, I think are the two things that really make the combat actually work. It's not just the goom, 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 goom. That's simple, and frankly, I can think of a lot of other games that do that too, the recent Spider-Man on the PS4. But those two little addendums are what actually help to make the combat more interesting. Also, the variety of enemies, but that's neither here nor there. Oh wow, I haven't been to a Winstead's in over a decade.
Patient is a quiet patient.
Oh, I'm not sure I can keep it a secret any longer. I've got 2 old friends coming to the party. One of them is just terrified you'll leave without saying hello. The other, well, let's just say he's going to be as surprised to see you as you will be to see him.
When Amadeus
Okay.
Arkham built this fine institution, few would have believed it could be the premier psychiatric evaluation and rehabilitation center.
That mean son of a bitch's
Everyone
Cash.
knows the stories of the various so-called super criminals.
What's wrong with you? Don't you know nothing? Cash had a disagreement with Killer Croc a while back. Croc got free and chowed down on Cash's hand. Yeah, so if you see a giant monster running at you, just shoot it, or you'll be next on the menu.
Diagnostic and wellness programs.
He's
High
here!
quality of care, coupled with Arkham Asylum's convenient location, has assured we are voted the best facility in the entire city.
This'll
Times changed at this establishment.
Oh, that's true. You also get more experience for getting your combo meter up. So you're rewarded directly for being good. And most of the experience upgrades are unnecessary, too, which is even better.
Welcome to Arkham.
I'm curious what a low-level run of this game would look like.
We're here to help you. When Amadeus Arkham built this fine institution,
Boss, it's done. The room is full of gas and Captain Hook is stuck in there. Thing is, Razor didn't get out in time. He's stuck in there too.
Oh, that'll teach him to...
I can't leave yet. I need to save the doctors.
Even Razor, he's failed me, and I don't like failures.
Yeah.
I can't leave them.
He was slowing us down anyway.
Don't cry, Cash. You're right where we want you.
I'm gonna get out of here, and you're gonna...
Cash, what happened?
There was an alarm in medical. I heard someone shouting and found the doc lying on the floor. When I went to help him, the room was flooded with gas. These doors locked down. We can't get out. Don't know how long we can last.
How brave. Let's give Mr. Cash a great big hand. He could use one.
You'll be laughing out of your butt when I get out of here.
Lighten up, Holmes. I'm just messing with you.
Can't wait to return the favor.
I actually do like Cash in this game.
Can you control the ventilator?
You've gotta help us. If you can clear the gas out of the room, the doc and me can get out of here.
Well, okay. Here's an odd question for you guys. How do you distinguish between Bats and Nightwing? Some of you probably already understand where I'm going with that question. Because, yeah. Age. I mean, you know. Well, it's time to cut the rope. That Didn't kill him. Didn't kill him.
I can't let that man die. I have to clear the room of toxin as quickly as possible.
See? Didn't kill him. Okay. Apparently I can't make that jump. He'll never walk again, but he's fine. It's not gonna let me. One of the only things I remember being frustrated about this game by is the amount of places you can grapple to is really limited. Like, it's all manual, obviously. Every spot is manually set, which can get a little irritating in some cases. Come on, I saw it a second ago. Alright, whatever.
Batman, I don't know if you can hear this. Board's showing power to fan 1.
Hacking! That's how hacking works, right? No, don't... Why is the cape not opening? Open the... The cape isn't opening! Okay, I don't know why that's happening. Whatever. Reminds me of a quest in World of Warcraft, so there. That's just a team. There, what? No, I had it! Oh, come on! God damn it! Hang on, hang on. Jesus Christ. This is the rest of the stream, right here. We're just gonna be stuck in this room as I try to make this jump. There we go. Jesus. That would be my fault for tapping space in between there, like an idiot. Where was the other one? God, I'm turned around now. Okay, so we got that one that's in there. There it is.
Power to fan 2. He's doing it, Doc. We'll be out of here soon. Stay cool.
No, the problem was I was tapping jump, which apparently actually cancels the cape. Because the moment I just didn't tap the button at all and just held down space, it was fine. And that's the only thing I did differently.
Batman arrives just in the nick of time. Next time, Cash, I'll just shoot you and be done with it.
Cash! The best cop in the entire setting.
I don't know. We lock him up, he gets out, and more people die. If I just had 1 minute alone with that animal.
Yeah, how many people die in this game? It's quite a few.
Taped interview 39. Patient's name is Edward Nigma. At this point in time, I've yet to decide if Mr. Nigma is a suitable candidate for the Titan process. I'd like to talk about your childhood.
Miserable. Next.
By all accounts, that is where your fascination with riddles began. I believe discussing those years could explain your compulsive behavior.
Very well. My father hated me. Always called me a moron.
I see.
I was determined to prove him wrong, so I entered a contest at school. A $20 prize to the kid who could figure out an almost impossible logic problem. I won, of course.
And that pleased your father?
Hardly. He was convinced I had cheated. He kept yelling, "You must have cheated! Admit it, you moron! You cheated!" I swore I didn't, and he hit me for lying.
I'm sorry to hear that, Edward.
Don't be. He was right.
Yep. I missed the question, Sally. I'm sorry. No, whatever. Let's go check on that guard. Gotta make sure he's okay. And by guard, I mean... I keep calling the thugs guards. He's fine. He's fine. need this experience, okay? Hello, Argonaur, excuse me. What's up? 30 BPM? Wow, that was pretty high, honestly. Most of these are usually in like the 10 range or something. Like, it's fine, Gum Gum. You gave them money because they're nice, you know? It's just paying someone back. I don't see the problem here. Really, I don't. But then again, people get weird around money, so that does make sense. No, really. People get weird around money. They'll be fine with you buying them some ice cream, but if you try to give them some money, they'll just freak out.
I've got ringside seats for the big event. Harley Springs.
So, new enemy type.
Can't wait.
Hello? Are you good? Hello? There we go.
Will all patients please remain calm and move slowly to their accommodation? Welcome to Arkham Asylum. Our staff are here to help you. When Amadeus Arkham built this fine institution, you would have believed it could be the premier psychiatric evaluation and
Thank you, Dean Badine. Much appreciated, as always. Thank you. Yeah, no, they're fine. They're fine. Batman doesn't kill, guys, okay? I don't know what you want from me. And I put that towards Diddy Kong Racing.
Rehabilitation center it has become. Everyone knows the stories of the various so-called super criminals who've been treated here, but that is only half the story. Our low security links offer normal but troubled individuals a safe haven for recovery. An extensive breakdown of our costs and healthcare packages can be
No, Master Chief. No.
Did you find them? Are they okay?
Yes, they're safe now.
Batman,
hey,
you got another problem.
I need to get back to the mansion. All my research notes are there. We can't risk Joker getting his hands on them.
Sure
It's not safe, Doctor. The island's a war zone. You won't stand a chance.
It's my life's work. You really don't have the authority to...
I'll get her there, Batman. You ask me, it's about time for a little payback.
I don't like it, but... Who called the elevator?
It wasn't us. It's coming from the lower floor.
Cash, take Dr. Young. Get her notes and then find somewhere safe to hold up. Everyone else, go to the observation room. Barricade yourselves in.
The boss says he's in here somewhere. Spread out.
Thank you, game, for automatically putting me up here. I've never heard of anyone else saying that blew up Alex, but I'm sure there's plenty. So, I actually did answer you in my head, Saldir. As usual. Which I know doesn't help you.
God, found someone! Over here!
He's coming. Okay, so we're gonna wait a moment.
Come on, wake up!
No, we're doing the trilogy Argonaur. So, the problem with that, Saldir, is if you do that, you have to very, very, very carefully design that villain and what they're after. Because a villain that you have to evade and cannot defeat is either going to lead to A, Deus Ex Machina arse pull, which is bad writing and irritating to begin with, or B, they win, basically, and they get whatever they're after. And carefully design, that's why I say you have to carefully design the villain, not just in terms of stats, as you say, but in terms of what they're after. Because let's say the villain is like Zod, who wants to wipe out the planet, right? So if Batman has to evade Zod, Batman can't defeat Zod, and then Zod wins and the planet gets destroyed, we have a problem. We'll find out when we get there, won't we, Zach Taft? I have no idea, obviously. I'm trying not to judge it too much, but you get the point.
Help! He's over here!
Up.
He could come from anywhere! I'm gonna knock you off that thing! Track him up.
But yeah, basically, if you introduce a villain that is so powerful they can't be beaten, you have a problem. And this also leads to, well, in my opinion, one of the biggest problems with most fiction, just across the board, really. Okay, we need, just hang on. All right, We need to design a villain that's super powerful so that the audience can buy into the investment of how dangerous they are. We need the audience to believe they're dangerous. So let's make them ridiculously, ludicrously, absolutely insanely powerful. Hang on. Okay, and they can destroy everything, and they can beat everything, and they can annihilate everything, and everything's everything. Okay. Now we need them to be beaten by the hero so that we have a good ending, we can maintain the status quo, and we can feel like the hero is powerful. Oh, I've got it. Purple kryptonite. Where am I going? It's an extremely common problem, too. Oh, there they are. Why do I have so many batarangs? Look at that. There's just 4 lying around here. I have to admit, I don't like this visual design. I get that it's stylized. It looks cartoony. Then again, almost all of the standard models in the game, which include the guards and the thugs, all have this really beefy, muscular look going on for them. Like, just a little bit, you know. Like, I am a quite muscular person. I'm probably... Okay, that's an exaggeration. I am not that wide. I am not that thick. You know? That's the only thing I have a problem with the visual design. You say that, Shikor, but we see Bruce in City.
Too easy. Oh, think about it. I got you trapped in a little metal box, hanging precariously over a deadly drop. What say I just blow the emergency brakes and drop you like a sack of puppies? Say goodnight, bats. Boom! Only kidding. Got a few more surprises in store for you.
Ooh.
Prepare to face your fears.
Of course not, Zach.
All of them.
There is no crane.
They're all over me!
Only Scarecrow.
This is probably getting a plus.
It looks like the good doctor has started early. Your appointment isn't for hours. I'm sure you'll be buzzed through when he's ready. Tell me, Bats, what are you really scared of?
Cuttlefish. The Last of Us Part 2? Yeah, it's already on the VOD. It's been on the VOD for millions of years. Oh my god, I can't rebind? Can I not rebind? Hang on. Yeah, that's a super negative if that's not a thing.
There is no crane.
We do have skippable cutscenes. I knew that. Guess I've done that. Well, that depends on specifics, Gum. You're trying to apply a universal. This just says view, and this is the same thing. Hang on. I have one other thing I might be able to do here. One sec. We're just gonna pull this up. We're gonna pull this up. We're gonna do this. Okay, I can rebind. What do I want to rebind that to? Let's try that. Yeah, it should work. Okay. Ignore my ship over here, sorry. No, speaking of unskippable cutscenes. Actually, if you think about it, an Arkham ship, like an Arkham Asylum that is a ship in space. NVIDIA. Think about that for a second. I rebound the middle mouse. I hate using middle mouse in general, and if you noticed during the fight with Knife Guy, it literally wasn't working properly. So I just rebound that.
There is no crane.
So I should, for example, be able to do this.
It looks like the good doctor has started. Your appointment is for hours. I'm sure you'll be
perfect.
Tell me, Bats, what are you really scared of?
Yeah, I don't like doing middle mouse for regular stuff like that. Yeah, so now I can do the stun attack just by hitting B, which is what I rebounded to. Alright, you know what, Don Crow? Just for you. Stand right on it here. But that's right, I have to hold R to do it. Oh, well. I did not, Mr. Red, I think. I have no memory of it, so I'm going to go with yes. And by yes, I mean no.
Please help me, Batman!
Oh god, it's definitely really Gordon. You can tell because the camera's at an angle. I'm aware of it, yes, that's just... Yes, it's a very Dutch angle. Oh yeah, by the way, our eyes are glowy. In case the everything didn't get it across.
I'm sorry, Jim.
That's an awfully personal question, Tesla, so I'm gonna give you a fake answer.
Barbara. I'm sorry. I was too late.
I'm sorry. The number you've dialed isn't available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Barbara, are you there?
Please hang up your phone.
Because, of course, he's not actually calling her. So, we got a thing for roaches. I hate roaches. That's just, no thank you. See, unfortunately, my answer to you would be the exact same thing there, Saldir. You'd have to very carefully devise the villain and design them to be, you know, suitable. It's okay, it's nice and clean now. So, how many of you didn't know that's a thing? I'm just curious. I ran into that by complete accident when I first played this game. I was like, oh shoot, I think I missed something. And I was like, alright, yeah. I don't know how many other little things there are like that. That's the one I really wanted to show off there.
Father, you should have stood up to him, son. Like a man.
Wouldn't include what? Ra's al Ghul? Sure, why not? It would just, you'd have to design... I feel like I've answered you 3 times in a row, Sal. I've given you the same answer every single time. My answer hasn't changed. You have to design the villain very carefully.
Mom?
Help us, Bruce. Don't let us die.
Granted, I'm okay with killing Batman, and I think I'm one of the only people on the planet who's okay with that, so I'm the weirdo here. Why did you say that name? No, I'll give you the joke answer. Whoa, this changed a little bit. Tesla. So the joke answer is I obtain ultimate power, but then turn into this horrifically evil person who just destroys and dominates and, you know, blah, blah, blah. There you go. There's my fake fear. I mean, if you successfully convince me... Okay, Sal, you know me. You know that I'm really big on status quo alteration. And that's what you're really talking about, is altering the status quo. Well, yeah, sure. I'd be down with altering the status quo. I'm probably going to die here a few times, by the way. I remember having troubles with this section, because I'm an idiot who sucks at video games, as my YouTube comments tell me all the time. I'm just kidding. That's not just YouTube comments. You guys tell me that all the time, too. Everyone tells me that. Love the hands.
Poor little bat, you're in my world now.
Yeah, so speaking of establishing something that many other games tried to emulate, the Scarecrow sections. These effectively are now side-scroller platformers, which are all about hiding rather than fighting anything, because you more or less cannot fight. In fact, actually, I should show this off. I should show off what happens.
Oh, there you are. And at the end of fear, oblivion.
Now, I've heard a lot of people theorize on exactly what's happening here. My own personal take on this is that we are so deranged here that what we are fighting is, well, our own psychosis, our own psychopathy, if you will. And this is our mind trying to personify that by using the Scarecrow. If we fail at it, we lose the battle with ourselves, and in so doing,
Your mind apart.
we lose it completely and utterly, possibly to the point of actually having an aneurysm. If nothing else, we get stunned by it enough that Scarecrow, who is physically in the room, can physically walk up and just stab us. But yeah, no, that's what I've always thought happens here. To be honest, I don't know if that's codified or not. Like, I don't know what the true answer is to that.
What are you doing, little bat?
Yeah, considering the kind of stuff Fear Toxin can accomplish. Probably Malachor. If I am correct, obviously. Defeat him with the symbol of the Batman. Think about it. I mean, think about it. Thank you very much, Nerd Factor. As always, very much appreciated, sir. Thank you. If you know where you want to put it, please let me know. It is very corny and wonderfully beautiful. I'm sorry, I love that. I love the fact that we defeat him with the symbol of the Batman, because that is what Bruce has always used to center himself. Bruce is insane and crazy, and I've said this many times, he is psychopathic, possibly actually psychotic. He is very aggressively, horribly violent. What does he use to center himself? What does he use to control that? So the idea of him using the symbol of the Batman as the thing to abolish and destroy the very essence of his own fear and his own mental psychosis, of course it's Batman. This is what he does all the time. It's just, you know, the fear toxin brings it a little more to the surface than it usually is at this point.
Can you hear me? Bruce, what's going on?
Oracle, I'm okay.
What happened? I lost contact. Are you sure you're all right? Have you found my dad?
I'm fine. Had a little run-in with Scarecrow, slowed me down. I'll get back to you in a bit.
No, got it. Maybe the opposite. And you got it, Nerd Factor. Thank you again very, very much. So yeah, plus to story at a bare minimum. I mean, that's such a nonsense argument. I'm sorry, Gum Gum. I'm not saying you're nonsense. I'm saying that argument is nonsense. It's like saying, I could get run over by a car, so I should never go outside. Like, no. Because that is the argument that is being utilized there. It's the 1% argument, which, to bring this back on brand, Batman himself used in Batman v Superman. God, that film. I enjoyed that film, but of course I would, random. You see, my father. No, sorry. Oh yeah, by the way, part of the reason I think Scarecrow is not actually in the room there is because he's not when we defeat it. When we manage to break out of the fear toxin, there's no Scarecrow. That being said, I will also allow that it's entirely possible that there's a delay as Bats is like coming to, during which Crane just flees, right? So that is possible. That is a possibility. So take it however you want. Thank you, Final Cloud. Very much appreciate, sir. Thank you. And, oh yeah, someone asked a question earlier who did not watch Lore Week. They asked why I stopped streaming for about 5 weeks. Because that person, I don't remember who asked that, does not realize that I have YouTube videos as well. And that those YouTube videos have to be recorded at some point in time. So once a year for the last 7 years, 8 years, something like this. At this point, I have paused once a year in order to go and just record videos for the year, and then I would go back to streaming for the rest of the year. So, simple answer. For a more in-depth answer, watch Lore Week. I'm going to put this in a question mark. Okay, sorry. I should update the HUD, because I haven't lately. Yeah, 3-hour Lore Week. Don't worry. I finally figured out how to get the chapters feature functioning on the YouTube VODs. So the Lore Week now actually has chapters in it, so you can cut straight to topics in it. It was irritating to get working, but I got it working. And you're probably thinking, what was so irritating about it? So you want to know what I was screwing up? The only way for chapters to work is if you have a 00:00 dash to start it off. Without that, it doesn't track the rest of them. Anyways. Yeah. What am I doing? Like, I get formatting. You know, I've worked with programming before. It's just, really... Yeah, I think the Scarecrow section sequence deserves gameplay positive. Especially since there's more coming up, if I'm not mistaken. See you around Argonauer. Enjoy the foods. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we're actually up to there on gameplay. I'm pretty sure people have actually done essays on those sections, the Scarecrow sections. So yeah, no, the Scarecrow stuff is awesome. Plus to gameplay, plus to story. In fact, hang on, some of these are not codified. Let's codify a few of these, shall we? So let's codify that one and not that one. Hang on. So we're going to codify the Scarecrow stuff, the background chatter and world building, the intro, the Joker. And we're going to leave voice acting. I'm actually debating that one. Takoda kind of made me wonder about that, and it's a valid point. Because most of the voice acting is actually not great, like the standardized voice acting. It's more the main characters, which would follow more of the character thing. Combat tempo, yes. Scarecrow, yes. Camera, yes. Let's leave it at that for now. I think all of those are deserved as of now for gameplay positives. There we go. So that's where we're at with the score. Guys, we need to think of some negatives. We got to do this. I've got it. Riddler trophies. There we go. Because this game has skippable cutscenes and rebindable controls. Yeah, not for another hour.
It wasn't Gordon. Crane's gas must have affected me more than I thought.
Are you lost, little bat? Having trouble figuring out what's real and what's just a figment of your twisted little mind? Same here. Just roll with it, bats. It gets easier once you get in. It really does.
Oh, okay.
Listen, no more tricks. Just one last puzzle and you can have Gordon. And a little more. Oh, I can't wait.
Negative for overuse of the Joker? I do not agree with that. I think the Joker is well used here. Now, we'll debate that in the next 2 games. But, you know. I mean, that's what I did years ago, Thor. Sorry. Not insane. They're literally just experience bubbles for, I don't know what else to call it, Dakota. They're free exp. Yeah, oh yeah, someone was asking about the most evil. To me, the worst has always been Black Mask. Now, granted, that's heavily influenced by the comics, but it's just hard for me to surpass that. I do like Dakota's suggestion. Non-cutscene dialogue, voice acting, and lip syncing is just really noticeably PS2, you know? Yeah. I did, Sean. I'm sorry. Hang on. God, I'm just not on the ball. I'm not used to streaming, guys. I'm so used to just sitting here in total silence. Thank you very, very much, Sean. for the donation I missed. As always, sir. Appreciate. And thank you for pointing it out. I check this thing manually, like when I wake up in the morning. So tomorrow morning I would have noticed it, but yeah. I'm not insane. I am crazy. There's a difference. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this version of Calendar Man is all kinds of as well.
Your precious police commissioner is just through the glass. Take a look. Harley's under strict instructions to kill the old man if any of my guys even think you're in the room. They're patrolling down there. I've told them all you're on the way. So here's the deal. If you can find a way to get to Harley without anyone realizing, I'll give you your next present. Fail, and the old Carter dies. Hell, I may even give you Harley. It looks like you could use a new sidekick.
No, thank you. You know the whole thing, don't stick your etc. in crazy. Yeah, no, that's Harley to a T.
So, you have given in and taken my map. I hope it proves useful.
I don't think she looks good in this outfit. That's just personal preference. But, oh, thank you. Oh, dude. Dude. Superhero management game? But hear me out. You don't play as the superhero or the sidekicks or the villains. You play as the agency that hires people out. Like, you bring in people, right? And it's like, okay, so this person has this superpower and this skill, but this person has less skill and less power, but they're cheaper. They're asking for less money, and we can hire them out to this guy. And we can get a bulk rate if we sell these people over. Oh my God, I would play that. I would play that. I play a lot of management sims, admittedly, but still.
Joker's not messing. He wants the old man kept safe from Batman. Anyone gets near him, and it won't be me carrying the can.
No problem. Nothing's getting past me. Batman'll be a dead man, and I'll be famous.
Whatever. Get over there and keep looking. Now go!
I mean, I kind of do, Tesla. But once I take over the world, I'll have more management sims than I know what to do with, so...
Harley's got the old man up top. You see the Bat or anyone else skulking around, he dies!
But yeah, like a management of teams thing. And of course, you can take deals, but if you work with certain superheroes or supervillains, well, you might lock yourself out to other ones.
Won't let anything happen to me, boys. He loves me too much to see me hurt. You guys, maybe not so much.
Basically, yes, it would be all the management sims combined, Tesla. Like I said.
It's gonna be so cool, old man. Just wait and see.
Keep your trap shut. You won't get away with this.
I remember this room because this is the first room I really extensively used Detective Vision constantly in.
Remember?
Yeah, exactly, Kira. See? You see the direction there.
Harley kills the old man.
No, Crazy Norse. No. No, the Joker does not actually care about Quinn. He never has and he never will. Like, there might be specific versions who do, but in general, no.
If Jay kills Batman, we're gonna get married. It's gonna be so cool.
I love how you can silently open a grate, by the way. Think about that. Isn't there an up I can go to? No,
Mr. J is so going to beat Batbrain, he doesn't stand a chance.
You'll be caught, Quinn. Caught and locked up.
As I say, Joker doesn't care about himself. What the hell does he give a damn about Harley?
Listen up, boys. The commissioner's just dying for one of you to spot the Bat Freak. When you do, Harley offs the old man. I've got a shiny prize for the one who sees him first.
prize. He's chicken. Mr. J has won again.
None of these people are dead. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, you really should color that hair of yours. All that gray makes you look so old.
You think anything you gotta say matters to me?
I think this is the first... So I just realized we're still tutorializing. I guess at this point it's just kind of gameplay escalation tutorialization, which is fine, and I'm going to theoretically jot down another positive for that. Like, this isn't the best tutorialization I've ever seen. That probably is still Super Mario World, to be completely honest, but this is good. Because you got a whole... Because the point here is, here's a room. Get caught, he dies, right? So this is the first time in the whole game so far that stealth has been mandated, is the point I'm trying to get across.
Harley's got the old man up top. If you see the bat or anyone else skulking around, he dies.
And hello, who cares? And I'm pretty sure everyone loves Mark Hamill as the Joker. Someone asked earlier my second favorite Joker actor. I couldn't actually come up with one.
This old man looks like he's gonna pee himself. Someone bring me a bucket.
Of course you found that one easy. You were supposed to.
You took longer than I thought.
He's out of control. He's trying to prove something. I'm not sure I can stop him this time.
You'll do it. Batman, listen. We're not alone. He's got something else down there. I don't know what it is.
What a blabbermouth! Spoiling the surprise.
Be quiet.
Oh, am I getting to you? Am I? Good. You're going to love this next bit.
But why not sweatpants?
It wants Dr. Young's login.
Never mind that. Get behind me, now. Bane.
I thought he broke out of Blackgate.
Cut me down.
Who did this to you?
Dr. Young, the Bruja. She drained the venom from my blood. Must stop her.
Sorry, Has-Bane. The good doctor won't be a problem much longer. How do you like my puppet? What say we cut him down?
Speaking of straight up magic. You gotta say it right, lower loaded. That would be science! So. Position yet. Let's try that again. I had to remember the button, Malachor. It's cute, apparently. If they're attacking me all at the same time, I'm probably gonna die here. He's doing that.
I shall fold you like paper!
No, it's Q on the keyboard, which is just a really weird thing for something that you would be using regularly, you know, but whatever.
I will crush you!
400 something left bloody magpies. God, I'm not getting the number of hits I want to get in here. Well, Q isn't the worst button I can think of. That'd probably be left alt, but...
Shall fold you like paper!
And we're dead.
The bat is broken!
Yeah, I don't actually care for this Bane all that much. I think he's better in City, though. Oh, crap. I was kidding about the Riddler trophies being a thing. It just feels weird I can only get 2 hits in.
Seriously, is that the best you can do, Bane? Let me lend a hand.
I will crush you!
Thanks for that, Bane. Damn it. This guy just caught me a hit. So I'm gonna kill him. Not disable. You know, kill.
I was hold it. That's the magic of Bane. Help him out, boy.
Come on. No, get.
I'm gonna pulverize you! I will crush you! I will break
Oh, I'm alive somehow. He's fine. I mean, he is. Hello, Vector.
You okay?
I'm fine, Jim. Where's Quinn?
Gone. Must have gotten loose while Bane was throwing you around.
We need to get you off the island.
I'm not a rookie. I can handle myself.
I will break you, Batman! Then the Bruja!
No, Bane. This time I break you!
Jim, get back to the mainland. It's too dangerous here.
I don't like leaving you here.
Radio claims he's planted bombs all over Gotham. Gotham will panic. You're needed there.
We're ready to go now, sir.
Bane called Dr. Young Bruja. What does it mean?
It's Spanish for witch.
Scar number 2, by the way, on the mask. I'm telling you, they're all beefy.
Oracle, go through the city's computers. Pull up all you can find on Dr. Young.
First, we'll talk about Bane. Yeah, super, very intelligent person who just also happens to have Venom. And I've noticed a lot of stories, the only reason Bane is in those stories is because of the fact that they're using the Venom. Which is the only reason he's in this story, by the way.
I'll go through anything you find once I get to the cave.
A bat cave on Arkham Island?
I built it years ago. It's best to plan ahead for situations like this.
How'd you manage to keep this a secret?
It's me, remember?
So do you think Dr. Young's been experimenting with Venom? The same chemical that turns Bane into that animal?
Yes, I'm worried. Bane seemed even more powerful than usual. Joker wants the Venom, and that can only be trouble.
I'm heading to Dead Man's Point in Arkham North. I'll contact you once I'm in the Batcave.
Yeah. I was gonna say, he probably just bribed a bunch of people. This is Gotham. You can't tell me Bruce wouldn't also use the corruption to his advantage, right? Like, he can't kill people, but he can bribe people, you know? I do actually like the idea of him having a second Batcave here. Because, I mean, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Of course he has a second Batcave here. Why wouldn't he? Oh, crap, I can't.
Jeez! Ow! Don't let him hit you, idiots!
Yeah, idiot. Also true, Blow of Alex, especially at this point in his career. I mean, I would, Leander. Dude, okay. One of the things I designed in my Mega Man story was the idea that when Wily, Dr. Wily, was at the height of his power, which was actually during Mega Man 1, he ran around and had robot workers go and build like 8 or 9 other skull castles in secluded locations. Just in case. Just in case he needed them to run and hide to.
Come in! Sit down! Take off your mask! So, Bats, I was thinking, you really could use a friend in here. Someone to talk to, share secrets with. Shall we start with the big one? Who is that behind the mask? Why do you feel the need to go out into the world and fight people like me? Do you really think you can win? We'll see.
I'm pretty sure Bruce is feeling like he can win, yes. I get that vibe.
location in Arkham Island for over 100 years.
Yeah, I know. I once saved an unfortunate inmate from leaping off into the rocks below. I found a cave entrance and over the years have moved a number of supplies here. It's a regular home away from home.
I'll say Race knows. True enough, McDead. And Riddler knows in the comics. I'm not sure who else. Have we given a plus to music? We have not. I'll jot one down as a potential. Yeah, various versions of Strange know. And yeah, Bane knows in some stories as well.
It's the Bat!
No, they're chasing me. Run. What do I do? Oh, God.
You're gonna bleed, Bat! Don't let him hit you, you idiot! Is he okay?
Hey, he's fine. Oh yeah, the Phantasm knows. We count her as a villain. Enemies respawn, kind of? I have to add an asterisk there, because like if you just circle around the areas, they don't respawn. But as story points are hit, I know they do respawn. So like if you remember, this is the second time we've been through here in story, so now there's enemies here. That kind of thing. I mean, that just sounds like fascism to me, Gum Gum, but given how you've described Kyria, it would not surprise me if they are literally fascists. So. Oh yeah, Waller knows, in the DCAU at least. Yeah, and Selena.
My family's blood ran through the heart of Gotham. We were doctors, politicians, and teachers. We have been the organ cleaning the arterial filth from the city. We have been its servants, giving all to protect it. And still it has chosen to hurt us.
I believe that depends on the story specific one, but last I checked, he just kind of went up and found it. It was built for him by his dad, something like that. I'm not actually sure, so let's just go ahead and say I'm not sure. Nice place. You know, I liked Hush a lot in his original comic, and then they kept bringing him back, and I just liked him a lot less in every reiteration after that. I don't see why not, Baron.
On.
The Batcave 3.0. Yeah, the original Hush is fantastic.
Dr. Young was heading up a project. It was big, lots of external funding.
Here
are the last notes she filed. I can't make sense of it. What does it mean?
Looks like she was experimenting on the Arkham patients. This new chemical only barely resembles the original Venom compound.
There are a number of changes that appear to amplify the strength of the drug. Multiple references to a Titan formula. Even a small amount could trigger a Venom-like transformation in the host, eliminating the need for the storage tank Bane requires.
Hang on. These notes aren't complete. The formula is missing. That must be the secret Dr. Young is hiding. If Joker gets his hands on this, he will create an army of 1,000 Banes.
My God. Is Joker crazy enough to do that? What am I saying? You've got to stop him.
You see what I mean, by the way? About the idea that Batman does not operate in a vacuum? The mere fact that he has this Batcave is actually a significant point of this game. Which means he had to have the people install it and build it and design it.
I'm going after her.
Construct it.
She was heading to the mansion with cash.
Hide it.
I'm going up top via the catacombs.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about the Bat family, which is a whole other thing. Although he does have, you know, Barbara in this one. I've actually thought about that a few times, Hazardous. I'm not sure which explanation I like best. Although someone in chat mentioned an explanation, which is one of my personal favorites, that there's enough people who have genuine respect for the Bat that they just keep his secrets for him. In the third game, Baron.
Sorry, boss. Took a little longer to find him than you figured it would.
I remember this is like one of my favorite dialogues with the Joker in the entire game right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try and be more precise next time I'm planning an island takeover.
Hey, I didn't mean...
Criticism I can take. I mean, I'm not perfect. Well, come to think of it, I'm pretty close to perfect, aren't I? Where was I? Oh, yes. Criticism from a worm like you. A worm who's only crawling around free because I arranged to open his cell is something I will not tolerate.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't mean it like that. Please.
Oh, well, see now you're apologetic. I'll just have someone drive round to your house and break your wife's leg, okay?
But Joker!
You got a problem with my generous nature?
No, I guess not. Thanks?
Oh, don't mention it. Let's just consider the matter closed. Did I ever tell you the one about the guy who came home to find his wife a paraplegic?
And that is the Joker in one conversation. And that's also how he controls people. It is. That's pretty much his main shtick.
Can you hear me? You don't need to come up here and get your ears cleaned out. Got a new way. It's a killer.
And yeah, Hamill has always been my favorite Joker by a large margin. Stuff like that is why.
Why are we the ones trying to open it? This ain't even the main door. If we even get it open, we don't know what it'll do.
I ain't going near it. You even touch the door and it'll get you.
Yeah, you remember Mickey, right?
He was an idiot. Deserved to be eaten.
I say we just tell Joker we couldn't find it. We'll be safe. No one will know.
Yeah, that'll work. No one will know. It'll be sweet.
Yeah, let's just wait it out and hope that door holds.
Okay, but Joker never finds out, right? He's worse than Croc.
How long's this gonna take?
Shut up.
I mean, how old is Bruce? I'd say at least most of it is the actor. And yes, I do, killing you. Someone else asked a question in the middle of that. I don't remember what it was. Hang on. Oh, who's my favorite Black Widow actress? I only know of one. So, the only one I know of, Scarlett Johansson.
Is he here yet? You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man. My God!
Hello. My name is Dr. Gretchen Whistler. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I hear you, bitch. So when's dinner? I'm getting hungry.
Nice guy. No, actually, I'm one of those weird people who think Scarlett Johansson's actually a good actress, so, you know. No complaints on that front. It's okay, he's unconscious, guys.
That was one of the easy ones.
What's doubly funny is I don't actually find her physically attractive. I just think she's a good actress. But then again, I'm the weirdo on
I've
that
been
one,
digging
so.
deeper into Dr. Young. According to her bank records, there have been multiple payments starting last April until 2 months ago. Then nothing. The payments came from a company owned by Mr. Jack White.
One of Joker's oldest aliases. So, Joker pays Dr. Young to create his army, and then all of a sudden he stops. Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it is Joker. He just kind of does whatever. No, they're just Nazis instead. Gum gum. I've heard that's a rumor, Savicon, but I don't think it's actually true. I think the only way to like someone of the gender you're interested in is to like them romantically. Sorry, that's just... It's the rules, guys. I don't make them. Let's see. Oh, yes, that... I've been wanting that. Yes. The best tick? Oh, cartoon. Cartoon! Since when has that stopped anyone, Savicom? Plateau what? Spicy? No, it's all romantic. It's all romantic. That might not be the one I'm thinking of, then, Hazardous.
This area is falling apart. It's not safe to use the grapple.
Hey, this is weird. The payments to Dr. Young's account didn't stop exactly. They were declined. Dr. Young put a block on her account.
Sounds like she had a change of heart. She tried to block the payments. Joker doesn't like it when his partners try to back out.
So he decided to get himself back to Arkham, find his formula, and create the army himself.
Exactly.
That's how that works, right? So, speaking of changing up the gameplay...
I hacked into her email accounts. 2 mails stand out. The first is a resignation letter dated last week. Sounds like she was trying to get away.
And the second?
A message from Joker. Well, Jack White. It's a long thread. She's begging to stop the experiment. Says it's too dangerous. He's not listening. Let's see. Random threats to her family, a couple of bad jokes, a picture of a dead baby, and a threat.
Go on.
He says, I'm coming for you, I want what I paid for. And then another joke about wheelchairs. Lovely. And a drawing of some kind of donkey.
No mystery why she's so scared. I'm coming up to the surface. I'll find her.
I like her comment about the wheelchair thing. Because, of course, Barbara would comment about the wheelchair thing, right?
A challenge completed. Can you do more?
Session 2. Patient name, Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc.
So, is this the part where you try and reason with me? Find out why I did it, Doc.
We're here to help you, Mr. Jones.
You got a cure for me then, Doc? Can you make me normal?
Normal is a poor choice of words. No one's really normal, are they?
Figured as much. So, how about this, Doc? You let me go now, and I won't eat you.
You don't really eat people. It's just an urban myth.
Oh, you think? Keep believing that, Doc.
So the great detective has solved a mere 10% of my challenges. Are you ready to give up yet?
Dude, I gave up before I even started. Thank you very much, Noel. Very much appreciate, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Croc is... yeah. I'm not sure where to start with that one. If you know where to put that sub, Noel, please let me know. I was actually debating something like that, because I was kind of debating a gameplay positive for level design in general. Let's do... what would I call that? Where you go through the same area multiple times, but it's different because events have changed, or things have moved, or there's different enemies, or you have different tools. I guess that's just good backtracking, but that doesn't feel like what I'm describing. We'll just call it good backtracking. Jot that down as a potential positive. And thank you very, very much, Silver Black Eagle. As always, sir. Although you didn't tell me where you want to put that sub, if you'd like to put it towards something. Favorite comic or interpretation of Batman? So it can be any given Batman, because in that case my answer is actually really obvious. It's the DCAU. The Kevin Conroy Batman. But... well, see, this isn't Metroidvania, though, Hazardous. That's why there's like a distinction there. It's like when a level... God, I'm trying to think of a specific example. Mario does this periodically, where there's the level, and you go through it, and then you go through it, and then you go through it, right? Like Mario 64 is a decent example of this. Because, you know, you go through the levels multiple times, but the nature of how those levels are change depending on which star you select when you go through it. It just, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're going to call it backtracking, because that is a good descriptor. It's just not the word I was thinking of. So, favorite writer for Bats? Oh, right. Or Sonic levels. That's another good example of that. Yeah, you see how that's a distinction from the Metroidvania thing. That's why I was hesitating to call it that. It's only one step different, but it is different. Favorite writer. God. Speaking of, here we are, back in this area again.
Ding dong! Joker again? Don't worry about the bat. I put a few surprises along the way if he decides to turn up and spoil the fun. Oh, and if you hear a shot in the dark, don't worry. There's very little chance of you getting hurt. It's a bat I'm after. Still, you might want to check your health insurance. Who am I kidding? You don't have any.
Snipers. Looks like the Blackgate thugs have access to the armory.
So, this is literally exactly what I was just talking about. This is the same area. This is now the third time we've gone through here. We still have the same thugs down there, but now they've added snipers to the equation, which it's not just another enemy to defeat. Snipers actually change the dynamic of how we need to move through here, because Well, because they're kind of cheaty. They are ridiculously accurate, and they will absolutely destroy you, especially on higher difficulties. So now you have to actually be careful with how you maneuver through here, in addition to how you actually combat your way through. And you can still sneak through, and indeed, that's probably what we probably should do, but, you know, whatever. You get the idea. And, oh, shoot. Hang on. 1 second. Ah, thank you, Doom Rider, for the sub. Very much appreciate, sir. Towards my choice. Getting to be a big category at this point. We're on normal. To further make the point, these guys used to be active, the friendly guards in these areas.
Take patient interview. Subject has no recorded name. Alias listed as the Joker. In the room is Warden Sharp and myself, Dr. Young.
Oh, is this another one of those boring psych evaluation tests?
No, it's not. So, you're the famous Joker.
In the flesh. So, Doc, do you want me to look at the ink blots again? The first one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is, let's see, a dead elephant. The third is a...
Funny. Now let's skip the jokes.
Skip the jokes? Hey, Sharpie, didn't she get my permanent record?
Be quiet, clown.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed you claims a different type of psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to, well, the list is endless.
I do my best.
Well, I don't believe it. Anything can be cured given the correct treatment.
And you think you can cure me?
Oh, I know I can.
No kidding, Silver Mask. It's almost like Batman doesn't actually make things better, but we all knew that. Let's just be honest with ourselves. The reason the status quo exists within the Batman mythos is because we want the status quo to keep existing, and so do the writers. That's why the Batman doesn't change anything. That's why nothing ever gets any better. Let's just acknowledge that, shall we? I didn't see one, Dr. Winter? What? Oh, crap. That's... Yeah, no. I don't do that. Nope, out of that one.
Get him on the ground and stomp on his face!
My face! No, my face! Too close to... Okay, we'll do it this way. What the heck is naturalism, Gumbo? Yeah, pretty much. If there's an isolated continuity... Then, yeah, no. Hang on just a sec. I have a log I can check, Dr. Winter. If I didn't say anything, then I didn't get it, basically. So I always keep track of that. So we got Doom Rider, Silver Black Eagle, Noel, Bugman, Final Cloud, Dean Badine, there's Spicy Mallet, Pretzel, Captain Vice, Questy, Jiglog Durg, Anselmo, Zolok, SJ just now. And this is yesterday now. So no, I actually did not get it, Dr. Winter. It's not there. I do not seize. Thank you very, very much, SJ, as always. Appreciate the sub. And you know the question, where would you like that one to go, if indeed anywhere? Okay, so that was apparently yesterday's? Did I have one for you from yesterday? Ah, whatever. Hang on just a sec. Hang on, need to fix something real quick. Before it's too late. Yeah, gotta hit the stream break. You got it, Silver Black Eagle. Laura's choice. Thank you again. And SJ was I feel like you did yesterday, SJ. I just, I don't want to completely trust my memory. Hey, what's up? Gold Nations are a new thing, so that makes sense. At least in real life. In real life, see you around, McDudd. Do you have a button you can hit? Can someone help Dr. Winter find the button? Because there's probably a button there that Dr. Winter can hit. Maybe you need to hit refresh or something. Where am I going? To the right. Experience really quick. There we go.
He's here! Crap out of you. You okay, buddy?
Fine. A goofy, pathetic recurring villain? Mad Hatter would be my knee-jerk action or reaction to that, but well.
I seem to be losing them like there's a plague in town. I guess the bat is back. I've got a couple of men in the guard towers covering your movements. But be careful. Those loose cannons, itchy trigger fingers, and, well, accidents do happen.
I can see Riddler in this setting being that bad. There it is, Dr. Winter. See? There was a button. Thank you, Dr. Winter. Very, very much appreciate the sub. If
Any available
you know where you'd like to put that one, let me know. By the way, I might be misremembering, but I believe Arkham City turns Mad Hatter into someone who is really relevant and horrible. But I could be misremembering.
Maimers and murderers that are not yet in the old mansion. Hurry up, you fools, before I feed you to the man himself!
So what was it that gave it away? The big green glowing question mark?
Yes and no, respectively, Silver Black Eagle. I've never actually played Knight. Okay. That was weird. It didn't let me... Okay, whatever.
Take patient interview 17. Joker remains uncooperative. My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
Oh, you make me blush, Doc. I have a girlfriend.
Dr. Quinn's out. I know. I've seen the tapes. I saw what happened.
What can I say? I'm a charmer.
Anyway, I thought it would be good to talk about your childhood.
Oh, ever heard of romance, Doc? I don't give up the goods for free. You'll have to try harder.
What are you hiding?
Didn't you hear me? You scratch my back, Doc, and, well, I won't have you wrapped in plastic and left in a gutter.
I would also agree, by the way, that the Penguin isn't actually insane.
Joker would like to announce that as of today,
It's my take. Although I prefer that take on Penguin in general, so I'm a little biased. The ventriloquist, I wouldn't call him a joke, since he can be, you know, better than several others. Do I agree with the mindset of understanding why people do things? Sure, Gum Gum, who doesn't? Who'd I miss? Two of them! Oh, I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna die. Yeah, that was a death.
Oh, isn't that cute? Little bats are sleeping. Someone finish him off.
I'm not gonna comment on that one, Gum Gum.
I guess the bat.
Besides, I wouldn't know anyways, I wasn't there.
A couple of men in the guard towers covering your movements. But be careful. They're both loose cannons.
See, Calendar Man is just a serial killer in this one, so that's just kind of... okay.
Any available psychos, killers, maimers, and murderers that are not yet in the old mansion? Hurry up, you fools, before I feed you to the man himself!
Apparently not enough, although those are high-caliber rifles, so they can probably just push through the armor.
Joker here. Now that I'm in charge, I'd like to hear all your feedback on the place. I'm especially proud of the decor, and I hope it helps you all become more productive in our task of taking...
Oh? Okay, this is, probably death. Yep, okay. I'll accept it.
Hey, someone help Bat Baby up off the floor.
Like there's a plague in town. I guess the bat is back. I've got a couple of men in the guard towers covering your movements. But be careful. They're both...
No, Boss Baby, absolutely not.
Trigger fingers.
Hey, could someone answer Cogamer's question? Since I'm not sure how to answer that myself. I mean, I stream games, and I review them, and we discuss them as we go through. For Christ's sakes. I'm starting to have the face paint.
Joker here. Now that I'm in charge, I'd like to hear all your feedback on the place. I'm especially proud of the decor, and I hope it helps you all become more...
Zigzagging did work. You were not inaccurate on that. Just testing the range.
Any available psychos, killers, maimers, and murderers that are not yet in the old mansion? Hurry up, you fools, before I feed you to the man himself!
They've got a really nice position there. Look at that. Get under him here. Hi.
Hello again, boys. Please remember to take good care of all our hostages. They're no good to us dead. However, a food here or a cut there
Yeah, sorry, this is what the Bloodborne playthrough is going to look like. Thing, which I am. I'm gonna go at the front door because it's the dumbest possible thing I could do.
Well, look who it is.
Yeah, big bad Batman. Come on, tough guy. Come and get us.
Ocarina Majora's funded. Savicom.
Stuck out there. Ain't you got a cat to rescue from a tree or something?
That's right. Go on. Get lost. We're in control. Joker will finish you off.
So if you remember, this guy was actually fine last time we came through here. And he was there. I was like, I can't let you through here. Remember that? Yeah, I was actually seeing if he was unconscious or dead, but it wasn't giving me the thing, so... let's see... Yeah, I feel I need to go up more.
Got to be another way in. There always is. Just need to look around.
Well, yeah, the first thing you do is you break through the wall because you're Batman. And then you break through the... No, we're dead.
So what was it that gave it away? The big green glowing question mark?
You know, Riddler, it's okay to admit to yourself that you suck. I know it takes a lot, and it's the kind of thing that most people, spend most of their lives trying to get accustomed to, but after a certain point, you do have to acknowledge your own suckitude if you're going to try to get any better. I'm here to help you, Riddler. Yeah, I see it. I'm just seeing if there's anything over here. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it.
Ding dong! Warden Joker would like to announce that as of today, all Arkham guards have been fired.
I actually agree. I think this particular version of the Riddler is a joke. I think he is a Krennic. And I think that's why he's relegated to being the side collectible guy rather than actually part of anything going on. I mean, again, the frickin' Mad Hatter is actually more relevant to the story of these games than the Riddler is. Think about that.
Yeah, the stinking coward limped off. Cape legs. If he tried to come through, I'd take him on. He wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah, me too. I'd rip his head off and give it to Joker for a paperweight.
Always sucking up to the boss.
What's that supposed to mean?
You heard me.
Well, you are truly insane, Savicom, so we will accept this.
Huh?
Hi! Other than the obvious Zack Taft? I don't know. You got it, Dr. Winter. Dragon's Dogma it is. Yeah, I haven't seen The Expanse myself. I know a bit about it. In fact, most of what I know about it is stuff that I'm not even going to talk about because it's all spoiler territory. That's how it usually works for me. If the first thing I find out about a setting is the big spoiler. Man in the High Castle. That's all I'm going to say about that.
As Gotham's veins, slowly filled with pain and suffering. The effects were felt everywhere. My father fell first, infected by some foul disease. My mother lived on, but only in a dream. I returned to the family home to care for her, where she remained in her bed for as long as her body continued to breathe. Her tears kept me awake at night.
I hate tears. They're dark and gritty, and they get everywhere. Sorry. Of course, Doctor. Look, branding, okay? Branding is very important. Just ask any pirate lord. Oh, is this...
Joker here!
If this is the room I think it is, this is my favorite room in the game from a purely gameplay perspective. Let's see if I can not suck at it.
First the good news. We have Dr. Young. Bad news, she's not talking. She's hidden a document somewhere in the mansion. I want it found. I've got a plan or six to loosen her tongue. In the meantime, search every cook and granny. There's a prize for whoever finds them.
I need to find those notes before Joker does.
He sounds mad. Hurry up and find him. Prize. That's the prize he gave out cost my buddy his legs. Joker was laughing for hours. It could be anywhere.
By the way, in case you didn't hear that, the last prize Joker gave out broke my buddy's legs. Joker was laughing for hours.
You found it yet? Where is it?
No, I don't really wonder it.
Joker wants it, we find it. No excuses. Don't stop, just find him. We've been looking for ages. It's not here. Joker, it's the bat!
This isn't the room I was thinking of. This isn't the room I was thinking of.
Batman. Yes, you got it. You're gonna bleed out your face! Ow! Get a line bleeding on the ground! Jeez! Don't let him hit you, you idiots! Get him on the ground and stomp on his face! Smash you into pieces!
Yeah, no, that's not the room. Sorry, I'll point it out if I find the room, because it was an awesome room. Game's like, you want to go up, right? Ooh, I was like, knowing me and knowing my predilections for stealth gameplay, you could probably, if you know this game, you know the room I'm talking about. It'll probably be obvious as soon as I see it. Get rid of that noise. There we go. Well, you see, Tesla.
We're in control. Where did she go? Don't know. Answer me! I said I don't know. She could be anywhere. Are you looking to die? Are you? I'm not screwing around. Where did she go?
Listen, we tried to tell you.
What's that collar do? Why is it making that noise?
It's the suicide collar, but it sounds weird.
Suicide collar?
Well, they've got some other name, but, well, we just use them to monitor patients' heartbeats. If it drops too low, the alarm goes off and a crash team rushes in.
And so does my crew if you trigger one. How do you like them apples, bats? Standing around in the... let's see... the West Wing. They'd be there now if they weren't busy knocking a little sense into cash. I'll tell you what, I won't spoil the surprise and let them know you're coming.
I'll say this is actually a pretty good stopping point right here. So we're going to pause for lunch.